I'm here. You guys are not, but I'm going to turn everything on. So give me a second. It's Friday, Vanderpump Valley Day. So yes, we are here to talk Vanderpump and the Valley, which is both of them are pissing me the fuck off, but nobody's here, so give me a second. So do all this before everybody gets here. Okay. Oh, come on. Darn it. Share. Okay. Got it. Oh, come on. Oh, shush. Okay. No, get out of here. There we go. Okay. All right, that's working. And I'm waiting for my mom to get here, guys. I'll be back in 1 second. And, oh my god. I need to stop talking. Yeah, so we're talking Vanderpump Valley today, guys. Which is wild. And well, Vanderpump first, then the Valley. But I cannot believe the shit that we saw. Cannot believe the shit that was on there today. I couldn't believe that, like, poor Ariana. All right, what's going on here? Wrong one. Wrong one. What's going on? Okay, there. Sorry. Okay. Is anybody here yet? Yeah, so Vanderpump is oh my god, I couldn't even believe it. I cannot believe it. I can't believe does Lala actually think that did she really think that she had something I think she thinks she did something with the way she acted towards Ariana. What a two-faced bitch. But hold on, guys, I'm getting there. I see you guys are coming in now, but all right, hold on. Make sure everybody knows we're on here with me. Start. Okay, well, thank you. You keep saying that. Okay. Hey, guys. Oh, hey, Erin. Thank you guys are here. Oh, let me put my banner up. Oh, my camera's not on. Banners. Allegedly. Okay. Okay, I'm not liking this light, but we're cool. So, all right. Reality of Kristen Marie. This is Who's Starting on Podcast. But I turned Instagram on, right? Hello. Hey, Instagram. Okay. Oh yeah, people are working on Instagram. Cool. Okay. Hey, Erin. That's my bestie right there. Poor Ariana. I know. Thank you. Just simply thank you for being here. I love it. I mean, I know it's bad. It's bad. And I really like the fact that because I'm sitting here and I'm like, you know what? Don't even bother Ariana. Let social media. We'll take care of it. Social media would surely destroy them for everything they did. Hey, Terry. Thanks for being here. Of course you're here. You guys would be here. Yeah. So yeah, I got notes. It's crazy. Let me get my notes. We're gonna talk about both, but I watched it 3 or 4 times because I watched it mistakenly the other day before Wednesday's thing. Sorry guys, if you're listening, let me get into the other stuff. We'll call it the housework stuff, the HR stuff. So Who's Starting on Podcast is on now. We have new episodes, new season. I'm just calling it a new season because we started with Jersey again, season 2 of my podcast on the podcast side, which also comes here on YouTube side. This one is audio only though, because I'm with Dallin from Salty Housewives podcast, and he records just audio, so you can get those episodes. But please go to the podcast to listen to them because we need you guys to rate me. He's got and it tells you, it's so embarrassing. It tells you how many people have rated. Everybody can see that I've got 5 ratings. I have 19 immediate family members. Isn't that sickening? Anyway, guys, please go there and rate it 5 stars. And if not, if you don't like me, rate it 5 stars and just review it and tell me that you don't what you don't like. But anyway, you can come here also to find watch the crazy on live audio. What am I trying to say? Watch the crazy live 3 days a week. No, 2 days a week now until the winter time. Because I'm living at the Jersey Shore and I like my backyard and I am snow effing white. So it's the first time here or the last time. Just knowing Snow White. And now, anyway, Wednesdays I'm doing Housewives, but now there's only one Housewives franchise on. So Wednesday nights, I'm on live with Pop Culture Green Room with Blair and Kim, which we had our first episode. Guys, what did you think about it? Did I talk too much? Did I talk over them? I felt like I was the only one. I don't know. I feel bad. Just tell me what you guys be honest, please. Because I'm also collabing with Dallin. I'm collabing with them. And then another podcaster reached out to me for Bravo, and I have to get the name, but we're gonna have to support them to collab with them as well. So yay, things are happening. But my show is Wednesdays and Fridays, 12 o'clock, 12:15. I've been making it on time, thank God. And right now we're doing Summer House on Wednesdays and Vanderpump Valley on Fridays. And if you're watching on Twitter, which I hope that you are, the Jersey people, I need you to keep sharing the shit out of everything that we say about Jersey. Keep the receipts coming because they have been, I think, have a gag order. There's two problematic people, that have been paying content creators, like I said, for 2 years to destroy people. And I'm getting to, let me just say this. So there's an Instagram person that started shit with me yesterday under when I comment about John Fuda, and I was like laughing, joking. I just mistakenly, I was like, here's the link. I'm about to go live. Oh, sorry, it was Wednesday, and they just keep saying like crap, this is what it is. Every time you try to say something that makes sense, they say they've called me crazy. They've called me a drug addict, a hoe. I must be John Fuda's hoe, and I must be sniffing his drugs. Finally, I was like, you're right. I'm his hoe, and I was like, you know what, like grow up. But anyway, let me tell you the person's name because that's who gives a fuck, right? I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to invite them to the show and everything. Like I'm like, listen, I'm live. You can come on Instagram right now and tell me how you feel. And I love opposing opinions. I want to know what part of this you don't understand. Like what's wrong and why am I crazy drug addict and I'm peddling a drug person? Mama B Train 2.0 is the person on Instagram. I was nice enough to send them a DM because I couldn't get the link to them. Here's the link now. I'm going to send it to her. I've invited her to come to the live chat and say what you have to say. If you really think I'm that crazy or I'm a drug addict or a hoe, please do. Look, I usually wouldn't engage with the Teresa fans that are like the assholes like that like, oh, fat, ugly, crazy, but when they have nothing else to say but nonsensical stuff. Wait, there's another one too. As soon as I'm done this, we'll get to that stuff. But I'm just telling you, this is what happens with her fans. And I don't know if she's paying these people to do this now or they're just coming out of the woodwork again and being like dickhead. I don't know. Like this is how they act. And I know better. Like I do know better, but I'm just getting really annoyed with it because I'm like, and every time I see one, I feel like it's Jennifer or Teresa. Because some of the things they're saying, I was actually like my can't comment about the cat. Because I found out she's like a cat person. Yeah, the tree stumps. There's another one, something about getting like doing his drugs or something, and then they're like, "You probably sniff his drugs." I said, "No, I shoot. Don't get it right." Fuck it. I'm like, at this point, like, are you out of your mind, Mama Train? And then I don't know if I can pronounce the other one, but that's what it is. Like, they're so toxic. And that reminds me, Smiling with Erin is a channel. She's my best friend right here. Please link your channel, Erin. She's so positive on there. They are, aren't they? Just simply, aren't they? It's like, listen, I'm only like you guys are saying weird shit, and I'm pointing out how it's like not. It's just crazy. It's wild and crazy that she does stuff like this, and they're like, oh, John's a drug addict. I'm like, listen, so am I. I was in America. I'm like, I'm trying to be sensible. See, sensible. But Mama Train, are you there? Come hang with us. Where are you at? Let me see if I can get on. All right, I'm just saying. I don't know, Mama Train B or something like that. Anyway, like it's not that serious, but it is like when you're like you don't know who I am, and I'm just like, wait a minute, Krista, who cares who I am, right? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, who cares, right? Like, who really cares, right? But then they're just like constant, and I'm like, wait a minute, you sound like somebody I know. Oh, here's the person, or this is you right here. The person that just got into this chat is the one who said I might be sniffing the drugs. I don't know how they just got here, but they just got here. Anyway, I invited the other person, the Mama Train person, and then yeah, even though we're not talking about Jersey, I just figured, hey, why not? You know, like I mean, like, listen, if you really think I'm a drug addict and all that stuff, like, let's just go. Am I a drug addict? Let's see. Am I? Do I look like a drug addict to you? Just in case I'm wrong, I might not. I don't think I am though. I'm wrong. The Arliff love person, good person. I don't know. I'm a drug dealer. He's a drug dealing pimp. That's what they called him. And I said, yeah, you're right. I'm a drug dealer. He's my pimp or whatever I said. And I was talking about critical thinking skills, like critical thinking skills. And, they don't have any. It doesn't, when it comes to that. I know I shouldn't be just looking at this person's name, but I'm just called them weird. And, oh, wait, I think oh, yeah, this person, you are, I think that's you, have erased your comments. I think someone called me like telling I sniffed the drugs, maybe. No, never mind. But yeah, we have a lot of stuff to talk about. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they did respond. Oh, you're so cool. You guys are so cool. You know, like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, in case that's not you, whatever. Whoever said I must be shooting drugs or something or some shit like that. Like, get out of here. Was that you? Orla, was that you? Just tell me. If it wasn't you that started with me, I apologize. But you're putting up your I don't know if that was you. The name just looks really familiar. That's the name right here. This name right here. Anyway, I'm live over on YouTube if you have something to say. I can see you here, but it's just I'd rather hear my people over here on YouTube. But anyway, on to the positive stuff because unless I look, I welcome opposing opinions. So if you're the ones that I was smoking the drugs, then let's go. You can see me. Awesome. Thank you. I love you people. Thank you guys for being here, by the way. I don't say my people. I don't get it either. It doesn't make any sense. Like, if you can get, like, invested exactly, fighting with this like, fighting with content creators or, like, podcasters, I know better, I shouldn't do that, but, like, it started out with me saying, "Hey, look, I'm about to go live, I've got something to say, come say it." Because you know me, Friday, I just was, like, tired, I just could not believe the things that were, like, saying, and I'm, they're like, "You're going so hard for this drug dealer." I'm like, "The fuck are you people?" I'm like, "You people are weird, I'm sorry." Hey, Leah Anderson, how are you? Look, Leah Anderson's here, guys. Hello, Leah. Okay, so notes back to Vanderpump because oh my god, fuck you, Ariana. I'm not Ariana. Oh my god, fuck you, LaLa. Guys. All right, on to Vanderpump. And I'll argue with anybody. Hey, look, if you don't want to argue about a housewives person, mama train, and whoever called me the drug addict, if that was you, probably might not be you. But the Arlo, this person right here. If it wasn't you, I apologize. But if you want to argue about another show, come over and talk about it. And then I talk about Jersey 3-4 times a week, so you have all that time too in the world. And I'm live. Sorry, put my shoes on. And I'm live 4 days a week or 5 days a week or whatever I am. At nighttime with Dustin, which I have to get back with him. Yeah, so it's like and Teresa and Jennifer did not do that for them. That's the problem, Amir. They didn't. Once they went when they were like losing their accounts, Teresa and Jennifer like put their hands up and they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. But like it's not even that now. It's just somebody turned on them and that's yeah, but then their fans get so toxic, you're right. And the way they and I'm like, look, I like if this wasn't my like not like I get paid for clicks. There's something like, oh, you must need clicks and views. I said, what do you clicks and views? I'm like, what does that even mean? I'm like, what, money? I was like, I get paid regardless, bitch. So there's that. But no, I said, and it was a live stream. So, and it was a link for the one in Instagram. So it's not there anymore. So you don't have to click or view anything, lady. And I said, I want to put it in your DMs. And I was like, I DM'd you because it was the only place I put the link. She's like, oh, I don't answer crazy people in the DMs. I said, bitch, I'm not asking you to answer me. Pay attention, please, with the Teresa. I'm like, pay attention, please. Go to the DMs to get the fucking link. Don't reply, don't respond, dumbass. You called me crazy, you called me a drug addict, and you think that I don't make any sense about the stuff I'm talking about, Teresa. Anyway, that was the whole thing. That was that. But yeah, like I said, come argue about Vanderpump if you want. Because I said we disagree respectfully around here, lady. I'm like, I don't know whose feed this is. I got lost in whoever's feed it was, maybe Jersey Dallas. I was like, I apologize. I'm like, I know better. I very much know better than to do this. I was like, and I'm not really used to like, not, I don't think people are afraid of me, but I'm not really used to them really arguing with me at all. They either think I'm a nutcase because I'm like, I don't, I don't care about fucking punctuation. I don't care about grammar. I'm like radical. So it doesn't really matter. I really don't. I mean, like I can if it's just me, you hear how I really feel about like Teresa. I'll say this, but like I don't argue with any fans or viewer. I don't know whatever they're called, viewers, content. I don't argue with anybody like that has this job or any kind of like this or even the fans. But like sometimes I was trying to be normal. I'm like, listen, can you just shut up? Like, please just come over. I said, I'm really busy right now. I don't have time to argue in this. And I would like to speak to you face to face. I don't run from Teresa. I don't run from Danielle or Jennifer. Not that they hear what I have to say. They just get my shit taken. Like some stupid short got like reported that was about Louis. I'm like, you guys are so dumb. Like, who's doing this? Like, they were told not to do stuff like that. But anyway, this was only a little bit ago. I don't even know what it means. I have to show you. I don't know what it means, but so and I debate. Do I not? And when people are on here, guys, that if somebody has an opinion, like me and Larja never you don't ever hear us argue. We disagree, but we don't argue about it. And I laugh, we laugh about it because it's like You know, I laugh at her opinions. She laughs at my opinions because I'm like, sometimes I think they're ridiculous, and sometimes she thinks mine are ridiculous. And sometimes we think everybody else's is ridiculous, and we're the crazy ones. It doesn't matter. We still love each other, and I will still send little comments in the private chat as we're talking to each other. And like I'll say, Manny, love you, Manny, love you, like because like we'll have a disagreement, and that's I want people to understand that like you don't have to say call people crazy and ugly and like drug addicts, and I don't I mean, it's like literally like a little child. You know, like when a child like cheers has nothing else. Like when you make a valid fucking point, which I think I'm making valid points, and they have nothing to say, so they're like, "You're ugly," and like you know what I mean, like that kind of thing. You're crazy. Like it just get and like Teresa gets the loudest one in the room, and it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, are you okay? Like, can we just step back? Are you okay? Like, are you just like, how old are you? Are you okay? Do you need an ambulance? What the fuck is wrong with you? It takes me a lot to get to the point to call somebody. And I don't even when I am angry, I don't call them ugly or fat. I don't even say shit like that. I'm just like, the worst that comes out of my mouth is you're a fucking drug addict, cunt, disloyal fucking cunt. And that's like people that are thieves and disloyal, see you and thieves in my life. Okay. Hey, everybody. Hey, DJ and Q. But yeah, I invited the Mama Train, me, Mama Train, whatever the fuck her name is. Sorry, not trying to be rude, but that's the person that was talking shit. To join us the other day, and then it was going on this morning, and blah blah blah. Anyway, so oh my god, guys, so fucking Brock. First of all, Brock, sit the fuck down. First of all, these are three things, Brock. I don't know who's fucking coaching you or where you're coming up with this shit, but every single time that he makes a point, he thinks he's making a point, he gets shut down. And it's like, yeah, you don't make any sense. Like, stop. Like, these feelings. So, Brock, listening to Sheena, right? They come back from this. So, this is the finale, first of all. This is the finale. And they wanted to, of course, make Tom look like, for some goddamn reason, Vanderpump thought it was a good idea to give Tom a redemption season when he just fucked up. Like, literally just fucked up. And like, why? And even if you couldn't, why did you edit it in a way where you make Ariana look bad and you want her friends, which her friends are like, are her friends in real life, turn on her? Because for what? Like, did you really perpetuate, you fucking showrunners, you producers, Alex Baskin? Are you even still there? I heard you were gone. I think if you still don't work for the company that works, Evolution or whoever it is, they are not doing the next season. Okay, so something's up. Either Alex Baskin got fired or whatever the ones that did Salt Lake. Anyway, the Jersey, it's all a mess. But anyway, they might even have a new company. This might be like a new company. I don't know. But the stupid producer, you've seen what they did. They tried to tell Ariana, don't do this. In the end, like for her leaving. Bitch, what? Fuck you. Don't leave. Really? Where my contract? Because I think I signed something that said if I don't have to do anything, that doesn't seem real. Motherfucker. So there's that. Another point. When everybody says, oh, well, she lives in the LaLa. She really thought when she said, when she lives under the same roof. Either this was the after show or I get them confused. But she says it at one point, when she lives under the same bitch, she doesn't film with him there, and she doesn't fucking talk to him there either. So there, she's not filming or talking to him there either. And if they're filming, they're in separate fucking rooms. You're lucky you got them in the same room. And guess what? They don't talk there either. So what the fuck does that have to do with any mother goddamn thing? And how are you fucking evolved, LaLa, and on a sober journey when you can't even like your processing skills are beat? Like you literally picked 2 months after you scream like a fucking psycho, called him dangerous, crazy. He's a sociopath. He's worse than Randall, or he is Randall. Really? He's worse than like so that literally so but now you're like he didn't murder anyone. Well then why the fuck were you cut? You didn't like this dude for 9 years, LaLa. So you're picking now to and then to also throw fuel or salt in the wound. You say that Ariana's been literally like not rememberable. Nobody was talking about her and she wasn't doing anything. Nobody's paying attention to her life. She doesn't do anything. And finally she's God. She got cheated on. Ariana did not fucking choose this. This was not her choice. I am not mad. And I was starting to be like, okay, Tom, you can be mad at fuck you, Tom. I'm done with you. I don't like you any longer. I'm skipping all the way to the end because I just have to say this. You literally, thank God Ariana stuck to her guns because you motherfucker showed you who you really were. Tom, you had every chance to fucking apologize to her. Again, I said, how can they not talk and they live in the same house, right? So whether they did or not, she does not have to fucking do it on camera. Why in the world does he have to do it on camera? Why? If he really felt it, it doesn't matter. Larger, even if she's not the reality star, what? Okay, if she doesn't matter, then what the fuck does it matter today? Then she did get reality star of the year, by the way. So you know what I mean? Like she is in a, and it's like she's not. It brings it into the one season, huh? Not one season about the stop it. You're so mean. But literally, like, listen. If could you imagine if they would have brought LaLa, if they would have brought Randall out, like you said, could you imagine if they would have made her to have this? So she's always talking about how they don't cover her sober journey. They don't cover her journeys. Guess what? They're not covering your journey this time either because they put you on pause. Because it's funny, like now she's pregnant and they're not covering it. You know why, LaLa? Because it's bullshit. Because you were making no motherfucking sense. You scream. You were more angry. I think you were so happy that Tom fucked up. That's what you cared about the most. And you motherfuckers made a lot of fucking money off of her getting hurt. So who the fuck are you two assholes, all of you, to talk so much fucking shit at the end when this motherfucker literally, thank God she got cheated on because you got all your money, whatever. Like it's like really thank God. Oh wow, guys, like really, thank God we made money off of this because she's just, like she ruined your show. They said this. They literally because she ran off and they didn't get to do the show, whatever. Why does that matter to any of them? Why? So they lost their minds because she wouldn't film with him for 5 seconds and the showrunners didn't get what they wanted. They got something better. So what the fuck? So you ruined your friendship. Like you were ruining your friendship all season. Like the shit that I have it all. I have it all. The shit that like I could not fucking believe. And then Tom, I'm like, man, dude, you really like how do you feel? Like, how do you really feel? Ariana was fine with cheating with Tom and forgave. So why is this different? Why should because it was 9 years. They were in a relationship for 9 years. They bought a house together. They're now in their 40s. And it's literally like she does. And first of all, she has forgiving him. Forgiving him has nothing to do with talking to him. She can forgive him in her heart, and she has. She has forgiven him for herself. That does not mean forgiveness doesn't equal talking to somebody on camera. That's not forgiving. That's literally, and nobody's going to police her feelings. Like, why is LaLa going to sit there and say that Sheena has to rearrange her life? Like, no, she doesn't. She absolutely doesn't have to do shit. Because guess what? Ariana has also, even though, she said that she wouldn't be friends with me, anybody that's friends with Tom. Well, you motherfuckers said a lot of shit too, and you're sticking to that. No, nobody's sticking to the shit they said at the reunion last year. So why should fucking Ariana? If she feels like fucking changing her mind and being friends with Sheena because she's still friends with Tom, she will. But guess what? Thank God she's not. Because did you see this shit? Who the fuck are you? You think Tom's a better friend, Sheena? You're out of your fucking mind. You're out of your mind. I don't know who's paying you enough. Or Brock is he playing Brock? He must be paying Brock. Because no, I don't drink. Or do I drink coffee? Are you guys asking me? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Instagram. You guys, I love you guys. If you guys are talking about the show, and I'll come over to please come over to StreamYard, to YouTube side, and we can all talk in here. Because you guys are having opinions, and I'm like, I didn't even get to the whole thing. So I like literally saw Brock's name and lost my mind again. But do you see I'm smiling though? You see, I'm not. If I was typing this, people would think I was angry. I'm not angry. I just think it's fucking bananas. But let's just see, okay? So literally when they're at that lunch, so Brock, I'm gonna get to Brock when says to Sheena, "Oh man, I almost got my ass kicked sticking up for you at that lunch." And Sheena's like, "Yeah, well, like what did he say? Let me see. She's like, he claims that the fight that Ariana and Sandoval. Oh, the Sandoval's always been the one who reaches out, and and Ariana, this is Brock. Ariana doesn't reach out to us, and Tom's the better friend, and all this shit." Literally, because why? Because he has been a good friend to her, but you know why he knows her? Because of Ariana. Like, she was Ariana's best friend. Remember? Oh, Ariana's my best friend. Ariana's my best friend, and that's how she became friends with Tom. So again, it's like, and I swear to you, if Sheena, she sounds like she got cheated on. She's in love with that motherfucker. She is in love with him. There's no doubt in my mind that bitch is in love. She made this entire season about what the fuck he did to her. It's like, oh my God, yeah, we can give you all that, but not all the way to the end where you fuck over your friend. I'm saying there's no difference in any other floater. If there is large, if it was you, there'd be a difference. It would be because we don't even know for sure about Miami Girl anyway. They kissed Miami Girl. No big deal. Miami Girl wasn't anybody's friend. She wasn't on the show. She wasn't going to make it difficult for everybody. Look how difficult everybody's having it. Oh God, they made over $300,000, but it's so difficult for them because one goddamn scene that Ariana did give them, and guess what? She gave them something better. So it's like, what are you bitches crying about? Did you not realize that that was going to be a fucking good thing? That you bitches fucking sat there and flipped out for no reason, and now she saw it. And thank God she saw it for the reunion. And I do believe the two things are both true. That you did get destroyed, that she did eviscerate both of you at the goddamn reunion, and that your friendships are over for good. Just like with Jersey, when you find out that somebody has snaked the fuck out of you, like Kristen says, we don't fuck with snakes and condoms, right? Well, don't fuck with snakes and condoms because this bitch is a fucking snake. Sheena and LaLa are snakes. They sold you out, LaLa or Ariana, for money. They sold you out for the money. And not that this fucking show, not literally, they knew that they didn't have to do that shit. And first of all, Ariana not filming that scene is not going to end the show. What's going to end the show and end Drew is you bitches, because we are going to be like, you're fucking nuts. I'm sure LaLa is getting destroyed in social media. I'm fucking almost positive. And I'm sure Sheena is too. And I just can't wait to check it. Like Tom can be the better friend. If Tom's the better friend, then what the fuck was she so mad about then? Then she should have literally just said, then she should literally say that Ariana, Tom's a better friend to me. So I'm going to say, fuck what you want and be his friend instead of fucking using her as her goddamn diary. Oh, I got to tell Ariana every fucking feeling she has about him, every feeling, and how much of a goddamn good person he is. Good. He has to redeem himself. Yeah. He's going to, maybe he'll go back to the old time. This fucking the end of this showed me that he's not. He's so fucking angry with her. Hey, that'll be the better. Why? Because why is he hell's? First of all, even Sheena disagreed with that statement, Larja, that she's not the better friend, or that Ariana is the better friend. Sheena introduced Ariana to Tom, and even if they kissed, everybody's over it. So if we're gonna talk about that, the past, then everybody should just not be friends. Then they should just not be friends. And nobody should worry about it. Then don't fucking worry about Ariana. Then fuck Ariana. Then if that's how they feel, and if they've held on to this the entire time, then fuck it. Then now she knows how they've really felt this entire time, and good for her for not engaging with them or being their fucking real friend. Because now, thank God, there's a reason that she didn't fucking fuck with them. And she said it was because Tom told her that about everybody else. And he's saying now she's the one who's talking shit on them. It's fucking bananas. And like I said, Brock, you just motherfucking got here. You, like Jolene says, you don't go here. Like how I feel about Jersey with like Jennifer and like Jackie. Like, you don't go here. What the fuck are you doing here? Like, Louie, you don't go here. What are you saying? Like, you're not here. Who are you? Sit the fuck down. You don't get a fucking vote, dude. You don't get shit. Just like your wife said, Brock, listen to your wife and shut your fucking mouth, because you really don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Hey, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And you know what? These bitches have showed Ariana nothing but literally, like, Ariana has been a friend to every single one of these girls, every single one. She was the one in the front row again. It's Sheena's show this time. She was at Tom's show, egging him on with the camera, doing all her stuff, egging him on like at his show. And then here she is supporting Sheena, who's a snake behind her back too. I don't like the way that she talks. Well, you know what? Actually, I disagree with that too, because I think that he fucking deserves it. Like, fuck you. Like, you don't get to sit there and tell my friend how she's supposed to be, forgive me. Like, Brock has to fucking literally like learn his fucking role. Because you're not going to sit there like you just got here, like, because of my wife gets upset. My wife, your fucking wife your wife's like me. Every time she has a feeling, you hear about it. I don't ever stop talking. You know exactly how I feel. And even if you don't, you can see it on my face. I have a hard time. I do not have a poker face. So yeah, your wife, you know everything your wife feels, and my husband knows. Everybody knows how I feel because I don't hold it in either. So it doesn't mean that you have to go there and act stupid and say dumb shit. Oh, you are a bad friend. You're a bad friend. You need to forget. Like, fuck off. Like, fuck you. You know what? You left your wife and kids. So who the fuck are you to talk about somebody's got to forgive somebody else and be in their life and blah, blah, blah. You can't even fucking go home and be with your fucking kids. So how about that, motherfucker? How about that? Oh, I put my life out there, so Ariana should too. For what? 1, 2, we don't know shit about your husband or your ex. We don't know why your wife ain't talking to you. We don't know why you don't see your fucking kids. We don't know why we don't know if your kids hate you, like you. So no, you're not putting your life out there, Brock. We found out about your life. Okay. Sheena's tried to hide you and hide your bullshit this entire time. He does. Thank you. He needs to. Thank you. Just simply, thank you. I appreciate everybody's opinions, largest too. Everybody has different opinions because look, I'm trying to read and see how this is any other way than what I'm seeing. Like she can control. You're right. She cannot control who hangs out with them, and that's fine. So that's why Sheena needs to shut the fuck up and stop telling her about it. Because if she can't control it, then what are you telling me about it? She can control you telling me about it and how Tom's changing. This month, you literally, the way that they have said how horrible he is and how he's such a fuck. I can't believe, like, Sheena, I'll never be okay with what you did. Okay, that's fine. You don't have to be. You can be his friend again, but you don't have to tell Ariana about it. She's not controlling shit. She's happy. She's literally friends with Schwartz again. She's just telling Sheena to stop telling me about it. She's got the right to do that. Your best friend. And then wait to find out she's talking shit behind her back. Right? And guess what, Larja? She's literally not fucking, like I said, she's not filming with him or talking. She's not the queen, but she's, or the warden or whatever. And don't tell the warden that you've been so. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Anyway, listen, I don't like Katie either because I always think she's like, well, but she actually speaks facts. She just doesn't fuck around, and she's just very mean to Tom. But like, Dom basically dropped. Exactly. She's, oh my god, the second that he was caught, we're not even friends. We're not even real friends. That's why Sheena was like, I can't be like. She's like, I'm seeing the old Tom again. Tom is just a person. He's a people pleaser, and he is a people pleaser. So he does the things like he got the fucking goddamn person. You know, I like. There's certain people on this. I'm not gonna say in this sphere that needed, like, I've sent them money. I've sent people money before, extra money on top of their like Patreon prescription because they needed it, and we don't talk about it, and I don't ask for it back, and I don't talk. You know what I mean? Like, friends do that when somebody's dog passes away and they want to put them down at home, and I had the money to do it. I fucking said to my friend, if we never talked about it again, and I even said, if you don't want the money, you don't have to accept it. We don't ever talk about it again. And that's what friends do. But we don't sit there and go, oh, tit for tat. Oh, you've done so much. One more thing for me better than Ariana has. So you're the better friend. Brock, that's not how it fucking works, you dumb fuck. Maybe that works in your life because now, oh, I have a new wife and I have new kid. So I don't need old friends. Like, no, it's not like Brock. Come on. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Your wife's upset because of Tom, not Ariana. And why is it on Ariana to make everybody feel okay about what the fuck he did? It is not her fucking job to make you motherfuckers feel good about what the fuck he did. Like, are you kidding me? You're literally trying to force. Oh, and then I'm sorry, I'm going out of order. You've been forcing him down our throats. I love you too, babe, so much. And I can't wait to come visit you. Literally, I love her so much. Literally, I watch her videos when I get so nostalgic about California, and I've never been there, and I don't know why. It's probably I'm assuming it's from a past life. I'm not saying like Hollywood, but like there's times where I look at her videos when she's out with her kids, and wherever you're at, I know you tell me it's like up north, like it's towards San Francisco or something. Wherever you're at, Larja, and even sometimes in LA, like I get nostalgic, like how I live at the shore, but I still feel when the people start rolling in for the season, and there's just like this energy in the air at the shore. It's different, and I get that nostalgic feeling when I look at California. It's very strange because I'm afraid to fly, and until you can find me a way to get to California that's not in the air, I know I will not take a train. I'm scared of that too. I have a boat, but I'm not going to drive it all the way to California because I would probably go down. I don't want to go through the Alaskan Circle or the Bermuda Circle. So, Larja, we need to figure out how to do whenever they tell us about the technology for like not time travel, but like anti-gravity, so I can just like and be there in like 2 seconds. Then I'll come see you. Yeah. Listen, like I'm shocked that the fucking producers thought that this was what they could do. If anything's going to ruin the show, it's going to be them. And I want to know why they fucked up Salt Lake, but why are they fucking up Vanderpump? These people, like, they must have these people so disillusioned. Last year, they're literally letting them scream and yell and curse and tell Tom to fuck off and not let him talk. You're a scumbag piece of shit. The whole right on CNN. Like, it's fucking wild. And now everybody's mad about it because they did that. And of course, Ariana, she's still getting opportunities. Is she supposed to say no? She hasn't bragged about, we haven't heard about one thing until they bring it up, which she, all her compliments. Nobody's bringing them up but her. I mean, but you guys. And thank God for James in the after show, because he shut Brock up the fuck too. He shut Brock way the fuck up. He's like, no, Ariana's a good friend. She responds all the time and to my stories and everything else. So yeah, it's probably just Sheena. Yeah, it is Sheena, Brock. It is Sheena, because Sheena turned on her. Sheena fucking turned on her at the end and said, Tom, I know you are a good person. I don't know what her fucking problem is. Sheena, her fucking problem is the same problem you have. The same problem you have with him. He fucking cheated on her with Raquel. Do you fucking forget? Raquel, you're not the victim. Fucking Ariana is. Nobody else is the victim but Ariana. And Sheena, if you're in love with Tom, you sick fuck. Like you are. You gotta be. Either you're in love with this motherfucker or like you're getting paid a lot of money to go against your friend. Don't ever say you're friends with. I swear, Ariana, please don't ever talk to these bitches again, which really sucks for you. It really sucks. And I feel really bad that you have shitty fucking friends. And I know, thank God you have Logan. And hopefully these aren't your real life friends. I know that you have Katie, thank God, is your person. And I hope you still have your family and all. And I know, like, you're like me, where you probably just feel fucking alone with for what the fuck he did. And like everybody, you're like putting your best face on every fucking day. Listen, this would cripple me, okay? I don't want to hear it. The whole cast cheats, blah, blah, blah. This was different. This was a life partner by every state in this fucking goddamn place. They were married. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of people in this country that couldn't get married until a couple of years ago that were in love. They weren't allowed to get married. So marriage really at this point, it doesn't matter. They were common law. They bought a house together. And you know what? She was freezing her eggs, blah, 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 blah. Even if the relationship was shitty, maybe she still wanted to work on it. Who knows? But he went about it the wrong fucking way. This was probably one of the worst things that's ever happened to her. And I lost my goddamn point. I forget what it is. I forget my point. Anyway, for her to, okay. She literally, this is something that would probably cripple me for a while, but it probably crippled her. But she had to literally put her best face on. And yes, she did meet Dan. And no, they weren't in a relationship right away, but it was probably easy because her and Tom did not have intimacy in the end. Just like it was easy for him to go be with Rachel. But at least she fucking waited till you were broken up. You know what I mean? Rachel's not a victim. Rachel's not a victim. Maybe she's a victim of like that stuff, but not in this situation. She's not a victim in this situation, not any other situation. Yeah, she's a victim in other situations, but not this one. And Tom, she's 30 fucking years old. He didn't groom her. She didn't. She might be 20. Her actually mental age is probably like 13, actually. If you want to put it that way, then yeah, maybe he did groom her. But like, she's a big girl. She fucked him in her Jetta, and it literally like in it, and she made it work. Okay. So she fucked him a lot in her house and literally was trying to fuck him in the pool with Ariana inside. She's not a victim. And if she was, then she should have stayed fucking gone. Rachel should have stayed rogue. You learned nothing in fucking therapy. You've spent the last 2 months talking yourself out of your therapy, making yourself the victim again, talking about the fucking show that you said that you were mentally couldn't go back to because it was going to mentally cripple. But now you're talking about it every 5 fucking minutes. You should have just went back on the goddamn show. If they can make Joe look like a fool, they could have fucking found David. You and Joe would have been friends. See, that's how stupid you are. Okay, with your fucking 15 minutes. Like, Rachel, you pussied the fuck out. You held out for a bigger check because you listened to some psycho named Bethany. You come over here and I'll be Bethany by fucking what? Episode 10 now? What, bitch? Now what are you going to do with her? Now you're fucking stuck with her because you realize this girl's an idiot. No offense, Rachel, Raquel. You shouldn't be out on your own. You need a handler. You don't make decisions that are normal for an adult. You don't know how to restock toilet paper. Talk about fucking pens and batteries. This bitch can't even fucking roll toilet paper when Gina's mom's coming to fucking watch her kid. You had sex on her fucking sheets. You didn't wash them. You're gross. You're disgusting. You're not a big girl like Ariana. And she probably didn't buy pens and batteries, Tom, because you did. If you're buying them, what the fuck does she have to buy them for? Just like I buy all this shit here with George's money, but George would not literally buy all this shit like the pens and the batteries. I do buy that shit because he's not going to think about it and he's at work. So maybe Tom, maybe she, whatever, fucking pens and batteries. And she yelled at me in private. And now secretly he was a victim of domestic or DV behind closed doors. So he was a victim of DV behind closed doors, is what he's saying. And apparently she hates everybody, right? She don't like. Guess what? Yeah, now she is fucking. Now, Tom, now you're right. Now you're right. Now fuck everybody except maybe Schwartz. Honestly, she's Katie. Look, actually, it's only Sheena and LaLa. It's not everybody. It's Sheena and LaLa and maybe and Tom Sandoval that are fucking delusional and took all the money that they made from this goddamn scandal and just shoved it right up their fucking alley, shoved it up Ariana's ass and said, fuck you with it. Basically, I'm going to continue to make money off of you, the shit that happened to you. And I'm going to say fuck you in the end. And I don't give a fuck about you. And I'm not going to be your friend. And I'm going to talk shit on you on camera and say that you are like, nobody knows who you really are. And nobody was talking about you. And all of a sudden you're God. Good for her, LaLa, you jealous bitch. What is wrong with you? Sheena's in love with Tom and fucking LaLa's jealous. And it's like, wow, I can't even believe this is the hill these bitches are dying on. Like, I know I just skipped all the way ahead. But like, Jesus Christ. It's wild when you hear LaLa in the goddamn confessionals and the after show. She believes that she's going somewhere with this. She believes that this is landing well. And with us, first of all, with us, we're the ones who literally, like, if she's gonna say fuck us and she don't care what we have to say, then fine. Then keep acting like a dumbass and the show's gonna get canceled. And you want to fucking talk about going on the Valley? I wanted you on the Valley. They will. You know what? And then stupid ass Brittany, that stupid fucking bitch that's married to Jax, was in the confessional with LaLa and goes, "Oh yeah, Ariana doesn't talk about her problems. Tell her to come in the Valley. Make her come. Really? What are you gonna do? You're gonna bully her at the What the fuck are you talking about? Tell her to come to the Valley, Brittany? Why? What are you gonna do, Brittany? What? Tell me what you're gonna do to Ariana if she moves to the Valley, which she did, or she did, whatever. What does that mean? What does that mean? Because actually, it looks like your fucking husband, which we're gonna get to, was the problem starter, not even Kristen. Jax fucked up. Okay. But we're gonna step on it. We're gonna get to the different. We're gonna get there. But holy shit, Brittany, who the fuck are you? Did LaLa and Sheena? I haven't seen it not being there. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of reasons. Exactly. And he weaponized it. And I understood. LaLa and Sheena both. They literally moved to the Valley. And I was all about them going, but guess what? Go there and act like this there. This is why they're cutting Kristen the fuck out, because of this immature bullshit. Janet's about to be out too. But like, go there and act like, and yeah, Brittany, that's the thing. You're backwards, bitch. You're backwards. Tell them to go to the Valley and act like this, and they're going to be kicked out real fucking fast, because these bitches are real and real friends, and they have real life problems. They're not worried about who cares if I'm friends with that. I can't be friends. I can't. LaLa literally lost her goddamn mind over Harry. Listen about this. This is what she lost her mind over. Think about this. She screamed and yelled at Tom last year, right? Called him dangerous sociopath. He's a Harvey Weinstein Jr.'s lookalike or 2.0, right? They can talk in the Valley. Look, I wanted them to go to the Valley, but they're going to get. They can't act like this there. They can't do this dumb, disloyal bullshit there. I mean, they can, but they better keep their storylines within themselves, because like Nia and Michelle, they're not going to do all this. They're not going to be friends with people that act like this. The way that you turned on Ariana, you don't do that shit with real adults. You understand? LaLa and Brittany. Yeah, you want a show, you want drama, but you don't do this shit. The shit that literally, like what Jax has done to Jesse and then Michelle, like, and it wasn't even, oh my God, guys. And you know what? Fucking James is like, thank God James doesn't do podcasts really. He doesn't do it like, he doesn't really do a lot of interviews or anything. He just, I guess, tells people how he feels like there. But like even him, like in the after show, he's like basically say like, Brock, you're wrong. Like, and that Sheena, that she doesn't have to talk with Sandoval if she doesn't want to. And like, let's see. Let me see. There's a lot. I have so much in here. Agent of Chaos. Agent of Chaos is crazy. That's what they called the Valley. The fucking way. Oh my God. Tell me you guys don't think like that she's in love with fucking what's his face. She's in love with him. That she's in love with Tom. I swear she is. I'm telling you. I wish this chick would come in here this much. I'm telling you, she is in love with this guy. She's in love with him. She's got to be. Like seems more. She's literally more fucking mad than goddamn Sheena or goddamn Ariana. Does it tell me that I'm live, guys, on Instagram? Oh, see, that chick is in there. Yeah, she's there, but she doesn't see anything. But I see her name now. Okay, okay. So like, yeah, I'm like, guys, come on. Like, you know that like. I don't know. This is why they don't cover your shit, LaLa, because they literally realize that we don't give a fuck, really. Like, the way you just acted, you just showed, again, you're like, you have no growth. This is not growth. And, like, coming from one, like, I'm sober as well, like, you know what I mean? Like, the way that you're acting, like, you have not done, like, any of the steps. It doesn't seem like you have, because you're not making any sense. Like, you don't put people in positions that are, like, dangerous for them. Like, you should know better, you know? 2.0. It's Mama. This is the person's name. I don't see them in there, but I wish they were in there. You think I'm in love. Anyway, that's the person's name. If you see that name, let me know. If that person comes in, please. Let me just invite her. But yeah, like, I'm like, wow, like, the way that they literally set this up and said that the reunion was like not as juicy as last year. Well, good, because I hope that Ariana stayed calm like she was again. Come join us live now. I'm inviting the person to come join us live. So yeah. And notes and just like, oh, Andy Cowan, something like Andy Cowan. What the fuck's going on now? I don't know who's calling me beautiful, but hello. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know if you're calling me beautiful or somebody else, but that would be cool if it was. Anyways, Gina says her cheating scandal. It was, but this is the whole thing. If we're going to bring this up, like, we can bring up the past all we want, but what has Ariana done? Like, you know what I mean? What is that going to change now? What is that going to make? Why should she? I think that Sheena's in love with Tom. Why is that? Why does this one last thing where why does she have to forgive and speak to him on camera? What is it? Why can't she do it at home? Why is everybody so mad that she's not doing it on camera? Tell me. Because it's fucking set up? Because the showrunners want that? Because they want to control the storyline? That's not real. Because that's not fucking real life. And guess what? This shit does not happen in real life. Like, in real life, she's not going to fucking, go have a conversation with him so he can, again, like you said, or they said, talk a bunch of shit that he doesn't fucking mean. Because he doesn't. It took for Sheena to tell him that he should not have said that shit about her mental health. So fuck you. You don't get to say shit. Like, and actually, remember what she said to him last year? She said, "This is the last time you have to speak to me. What do you have to say for yourself?" And she's like, "This is the last thing that you say." And she was right. She said, "I will never look at him in the eye, and he will never speak to me again." And she's not. And guess what? Everybody's so fucking surprised and mad. She told y'all. She's been telling you the whole entire time she's not speaking to him. She went against hanging out. She went against being in the same room with him. She went against filming with him. She went against all that. She went against being friends with Tom Schwartz again. Guess what? She's giving you guys a lot. So LaLa and Sheena, what the fuck is your goddamn problem? What the fuck do you even give a shit if that's what happened? Why? Tell me why you care so much that she didn't do that one scene with him. Okay. And we're on a reality show they've been watching for, okay. They're interacting for 10 years until now, until he fucks her over. And guess what? We can hear the conversation when she's ready. Nobody's going to tell her when the fuck she's ready to speak to him. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you're not going to tell me when it's okay for him to fucking apologize. And he's not going to be sincere. And guess what? I'm not asking for him. I don't give a fuck about what the fuck. Yeah, I know how he feels about. We know exactly how Tom feels about the situation, how he feels about Ariana. Why the fuck do we need him to lie to her face? What is that going to give us? Why do we have to see that? A lie? So we're going to see him lie to her face? Because he didn't even understand what the fuck he was sorry about. You're right, it's not the Ariana show, so who fucking cares? So who cares then? If it's not the Ariana show, why does anybody care that she didn't film this one scene with him? Exactly. It means nothing. It means nothing to the show because they got a scene anyway. I don't give a flying fuck. I'm on her side. She doesn't have to fucking film with him. They still got content. This is 10 years. And then Sheena's like 15 years. Sheena, are you adding? Are you 45, 50 now? How's it been 15 years? I'm confused. Ariana said it's only been 13 or it's been 10. I mean, you got 10 seasons, right? Or whatever that is. So listen, it's not on fucking Ariana to make everybody else feel good about what the fuck Tom did. You know what I mean? So she's done a lot of shit that she still fucking live with him. Guess what? She don't talk to him there either. She doesn't film with him there either. And he's not allowed to talk to her there either. So it's like, what the fuck does that even matter? They live under the same roof because financially it was better because Tom couldn't afford it by himself when he figured out, oh, I'll buy her out, but you figured you had to refinance it, dummy. You got to buy her out, dumbass. Like, your mortgage is going to go up to $22,000 from what, like 6,000 or something. Like, it's literally, it's not the Ariana show. So you're right. So then why the fuck does it matter? Like I said, it's not the Ariana show. So Man, I didn't even get through any of the notes. I just went on and on and on. Let me see. I like the shit with James and Allie. I thought there was going to be an engagement. I was so confused. I said, oh my God, he's going to ask her to marry her. Do you think he had a ring? And then when she said, I'm not ready to marry you yet, but I will, like, I will one day or something like that. That's when it seemed, I was like, oh, wait a minute. He might have had a ring. Like, he might have had a ring. You know what I mean? But like, and then he just like said no at the last minute. So like, I don't know. I feel like that he might have been ready to, he might have been trying to like, I don't know. He might have been trying to. It's just the fact that he literally like, he might have chickened out. Sorry, I said it. People are talking shit to me in DMs. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, are you like? I'm not even gonna. I'm not gonna respond. 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 No, I'm not going to respond to this. I am not going to respond to this. Just one little thing. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, yeah, we're gonna have to do the Real Housewives of Methville one day. We really are. People are stupid. Like, I really don't get it. Like, I feel like I must be a child. All right, I'm not gonna be a child in a sandbox. That's what it feels like. It's like really. Do you see me? Am I? Okay. I called myself fat, but I don't think I'm fat nor ugly. I really think I really do think I'm kind of fair. And then when I'm not fair, I tell you I'm not being fair right now. Please tell me give me other perspectives. I don't argue with anybody. People are arguing with me. I'm just responding. But okay, so it just oh God. LaLa, did you see her interrogation of Dan too? Like Dan's just like outside. He's Dan. She literally called him a square. She said, oh, he's not. Oh my God, this was really bad. When she was talking, first of all, she was asking Ariana about Dan, like she gives a fuck. She went into the room and talked to him, the hot self that he is, and called him hot, said she was wet, and he was wet, making her wet, and blah blah blah, and oh Dan, oh, and then she called him a square because he said that if Tom comes up to you, what are you gonna do? He said, oh, he didn't do anything to me, but I know what he did to her, and that was it. And Ariana goes, LaLa's like, yeah, Ariana made it sound like he cares, like he gives a fuck. Like that's not what Ariana. That's not what Ariana said. That Ariana made it sound like he cares or that he's like this tough person. And I'm like, LaLa, what the fuck is like literally wrong with you? It's just I saw him come on Twitter saying it's a Tom show and Tom. But it's a fucking see, this is the thing. Why they did this? I mean, listen, it's a joke that they gave him this like a good edit season. And he's so lucky. Think about the hate that he had last season. We thought there was no fucking way. I would thought it was over for him. I really did. The way people were, and I was like waiting for him to finally learn. Remember I said I gave him a question a long time ago on the Patreon, and I said, why are you so angry at Ariana? He said, oh, give me a bunch of like, oh, look at the way she talks to me. I'm like, look, I'm going to retract my question because you obviously have to do some more work on yourself. Wrong answer. And I'll wait and I'll give you the answer. I'll ask you again a little bit later. Asked him again the other day. Guess what? This finale told me his answer. This motherfucker does not. He's so. I actually I don't know. I don't know why, Tom. I thought I gave this to you. I said you're mad at the situation. You're mad at the entity that is what you and her had that you didn't get your shit together to fucking break up. That's what the fuck you're mad about. You're mad that you couldn't break up. Not her, and she's mad because or you're mad because she's not giving you that and saying, yeah, we were on bad terms, blah blah blah, because you fucked up. Like you didn't just do it, you fucked up. So now she's like, fuck this motherfucker. We were great. She's not going to give that to you, Tom. So that's what makes you mad, and it's wrong. But you think I don't know? Like there's the only logic I can figure out that what you're fucking mad about. And if you were secretly being abused by her, then what? Then what did she do? Please tell me. Just say it. Did she secretly abuse you? And like I'm confused. She did nothing fucking wrong. And for you to say, oh, she was going to unalive herself. Yeah, because she was losing her partner of 9 fucking years. And like you said, we had a brand and you were afraid to tell anybody because you didn't want your relationship on camera because you didn't want your brand to be affected. So why now does it matter? You know what I mean? Now you want to share everything? Why? Because you look like a dick and you want everybody to think you're a good guy? Okay, Tom, then say, don't fucking sit there and do what you did. Because what you did at the end shows that you weren't going to fucking be a good, you're not. The shit you said just you weren't going to mean anything you said anyway. So why the fuck do we even want you to do it? It's not real. It wouldn't have not have been real. It doesn't matter, Emmanuel. Then what the fuck does everybody care about then? If she did things that were wrong, then why are we care? Then why does he have to apologize? Are you guys not listening? Are you making any sense? I'm going to drop the link, because what you're saying is now because she did okay. If she did things wrong, then good. He cheated on her and they're going. He's got her out of her life. Then why does it matter if she doesn't fucking take his lying ass apology on camera in the end? What the fuck's that going to do? What is that going to do? Nothing, because we know it's not real, because we heard everything he felt for real. We know how he feels. He doesn't blame. He blames her for this. So I'm trying to raise larger curves on LaLa. So James and Allie. I loved it though. Why did we talk about 1998? They were talking about 1998 too. Is there something up with 1998? Everybody was talking about that. What does that mean? Gold digger. So who's that? What's that mean? Who was that? LaLa, LaLa's crazy. Okay. She's out of her fucking mind. It's like, what is she mad about? And then even Sheena's trying to defend what LaLa's saying. And she even actually says, I think she's mad because of where her life is right now. You think? No, LaLa could probably find somebody if she wanted. She just mad she had to fuck some fucking troll for 5 years, and then thank God he cheated on her, she's thinking, because now she had a reason to fucking leave this little troll guy who reminds me of, literally, now we have Randall Emmett, that lawyer guy that went against Erica. What's his name? They all look like twins. And then Big Ed, and then NT lawyer. They all look alike. It's like quadruplets, and they're all crazy except for the lawyer guy. But I mean, for them to die on this hill at the end, all three of them to turn on, all three of them, her best friend, LaLa, who was literally going to kill Tom last season, out of her chair screaming like a psycho, said he was the worst person ever and always hated him. Those three people that were on her biggest people, and the one that made the most money off her fucking pain, were the ones that turned on her in the end. Isn't that fucked up? That guy was weird, right? The guy that came in and had to throw out, the dancing dude. That was weird. And then Billy Lee said that he was a stalker of hers. Did you see that? That was crazy. That was on that was on some blogger. I hate saying the word blog because I feel like I'm an old person when I say that. But what do we got? Social media. I guess it is blog. It's not blogging. I got kicked out of blogging. Let me drop the link because I didn't even get to the valley yet. I can't believe I was trying really hard. I wasn't going to talk about it Wednesday, but I rewatched it today and I was like, this is worse than I thought. It's one of the see, and do you understand what happened with? Do you understand? I don't know what happened with them unfollowing each other, and I want them all. Yeah, listen, I was all when I said we don't have to. If we rally around Tom, that doesn't mean we have to be mad at Ariana. Why couldn't you rally around both of them and get them both some therapy and help? If Sheena, you need fucking therapy. You're worse than what's her face? Who's the other one? I said it. Lisa fucking what's her name? First of all, Sheena, you weren't with Tom. This isn't your thing. Oh, it was your friendship that got fucked, just like James is. But you made a lot of money, and if you're friends with Tom, why are you fucking up with Ariana? Are you crazy? She said she loves you and your family. No family. Sheena, you have completely sold your motherfucking soul. You guys have sold, you pussied out because you have 10 years and you've made lots of fucking money. And in the end, because you didn't get one little thing, what did you think was going to happen? You were going to lose the show because she didn't fucking film a goodbye scene. Do you not realize the goodbye scene means you're all beat? You think there's still a show? So you lost your friendship for what? And then what, you have your fucking boyfriend running his mouth for hopes you get on the valley because he runs his mouth so much. He makes no sense. He needs to go the fuck home. He needs to literally go get his kids and then talk about, oh, I put my life out there. No, asshole. We found your life and we had to fucking pull it out of you. And we still stuck up for you. Just like I stuck up for fucking Louie and said oh, Manny, oh my God, are you done? Did you take him? Did you take him? Did you take him? Oh my God. If you're talking to me, you took him, didn't you? Are you doing your finals? You're not doing your finals right now, are you? I'm not getting into the comments because I'm talking for an hour so far, and it's I'm still going to I'm going to talk for as long as I can. I don't care if we go over an hour because I still have to talk about the valley and the fact that Jax is the one that actually did this with the cameras, and then Bravo made sure it was seen, so he got fucked in the end anyway. just like with Ariana. So you think so? Then when producers realize that they couldn't get Ariana to do what they want, they fucking literally made these hot. They voiced the or not what is the hot mic moments with him talking shit. They made sure they were heard. So it's like, wow, you assholes, you ran your fucking mouths, and because guess what? Ariana still gave you a fucking literally a great finale and did what she was supposed to. That she got a reality star of the year. It's like, what the hell is your? How are you saying that she's not doing her job, LaLa? Reality star of the year. Okay, she's the one getting all these opportunities. What the fuck are you doing? They don't even want to film your pregnancy. Like, is that why you're mad? Because you like this wasn't even going to be your scene. It's like you and Sheena like set this up with her. Like, oh, if he comes up to you, are you going to forgive him? But you said, well, she's like, well, she'll say to Ariana, but she was like, but you said, and Ariana's like, da. I don't give a fuck what I like. But you said a lot of shit too, okay, and that you're not sticking by that either. Oh, and remember, Sheena doesn't count sheep at night. She sleeps really well at night. She counts Tom Sandoval's. She counts Tom's instead of sheep's now. Did you guys know that? She said, "Oh, I can sleep better at night." I'm like, "Oh, this bitch counts Toms." That's what I'm saying. Like, she literally cannot go to sleep until she sees the time. She counts Toms in her sleep to go to sleep at night, Sheena. That's the only thing I could think of. And good luck to you. I really hope, Manny, that it's your finals. Danny's going to law school. I'm trying to talk him into go to law school in Philly. But back to the fucking show. Like, back to the it's a goddamn banana, Sheena. Like, you're out of your mind. It did. Listen, I'm glad it got a lot of views, but they're pissed. I know these people are pissed. We didn't want her to talk shit like this, but fucking Bravo threw it in anyway. And the producers threw it in anyway because guess what? They realized, LaLa still is the queen, and we just fucked up. So we got to make it look real. We got to fuck these bitches over really quick because, oh shit, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. And then guess what? They fucking doubled down. Sheena and Ariana both doubled down. I'm sorry, and LaLa both doubled down on the after show. And I kind of missed. Tom actually is the only one who's now saying, oh, she wasn't ready. Tom's like, he's actually reached the room and is like, oh shit. Oh shit. They're not people. The social media, the ones that were calling for my death and my unaliving are not liking this at all. And Tom, you ran your mouth anyway. But now you're going back on it. Now, Tom, you're saying, I was extra, blah blah blah. No, you told her that. Oh, they all actually I can play it. Let me see. I mean, I have all these notes. I had so many notes, guys. It's just actually going through each scene though. But like, there's so much that, and I didn't think I was going to remember all of it. Schwartzville, Sandoval, and about and they like listen. Now we know that everything that Tom and Tom talk about is fake. Oh, Diane's a really good guy. Oh, but I should tell him this. But now Ariana is a fucking lazy. She's lazy. The bitch just did fucking Dancing with the Stars. Shit, do you know how hard that is? That training. Then she did fucking Chicago. And she's doing Chicago again. And filmed like, are you fucking out of your mind? She's lazy because she doesn't buy pens and batteries. Tom, why would she buy pens and batteries if you're buying them? Why would you need more? Why does two people have to buy pens and batteries? Somebody answer me that fucking question. And answer the question, why does LaLa think or Sheena thinks that like Tom cheated on her and fucking goddamn what's the name? Lisa's like, oh, you still love him, don't you? She's not his girlfriend. That's not Ariana. That's Sheena. Are you like senile, Lisa? Did you forget who you were talking to? That wasn't Ariana on the phone. That was Sheena. I'm gonna say it louder in case it was Sheena, not Ariana. So no, you don't say, do you still love him, don't you? She's like, yeah. Oh my god, yes. Well, yeah, that would be weird if she did it, you weirdos. Of course she still loved him. She thought it was just like, yeah, Sheena, we know all the feelings you have are fucking valid, but keep them to your fucking self because they're ridiculous when you say them out loud. Like they are. It sounds like literally this whole season was about it's all happening to me. Like you have a husband. Did you forget about Big Mouth Brock, who's running his like Brock doesn't go here. He like okay, that boy he doesn't go here. Just like they say in that little like, commercial, I think it was like Applebee's, and the guy's like sitting in a confessional, and they're like, he's not famous. Why are you interviewing him? He's not famous. He don't go here. Like you don't go here. Okay, Brock, you just got here and you don't go here. You don't know. Go home. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. You're not going to tell Ariana she's supposed to forgive. Forgiveness is, forgiveness. She has forgiven him. Forgiveness doesn't mean she has to speak to him. Applebee's tell Alex. Applebee's tell Ariana our DMs. like, listen, like, so you know that girl Connections Queen? So they actually did see her song that she wrote about the sandwich shop. Look, and she's opened up the sandwich shop. It's open on May 25th, the weekend that James Kennedy is going to be here in Atlantic City at the Shore for Memorial Day weekend. Is the same weekend that the sandwich shop is open. So I'm hoping that if I, like, because we got upgraded to the all day passes and backstage passes and all, he upgraded us $200, like from $44 tickets to $200 tickets. So I'm hoping that they call them, like, at one point, if I see Allie, like, maybe they'll call the girls, because if it's like opening the sandwich shop, I want to say hi. I want to say hi to Ariana. I want to say hi. I'm just excited to hang out with James. I don't know if they're actually going to hang out with us, but like, I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know what it all means, but like, we've kind of been DMing a little bit, but just a little bit, of like, if somebody, one of them, I don't fangirl over like real celebrities. I fangirl usually over other podcasters like Ryan Bailey, and now Dana, but she's my friend now, but she'll collab with Kim D, who has some questions to answer. And I'm like, Dana, if you don't fucking collab with me now, if you're doing it with Kim D all the time, and now what's going on, the latest, if you don't collab with me, I'm going to really be fucking hurt, because I'm going to be like, am I that horrible? Look, people are collabing with me, and I appreciate it. And Dustin, I love you, and we are going to do our show if you want to. What is today? Oh my God, today's Friday. My birthday was. There's like Seeking Sister Wife we're going to talk about, I think, and like Love After Lockup if he's ready. I haven't talked to him in a couple days, but it's because we've both been like, in my heads. I've been in my head, but yeah, I collab, and then like I said, I do Pop Culture Green Room on Wednesday night, so that's awesome. Yeah, Pop Culture Green Room, talk about Jersey, and then I do the every week podcast collab with, I love it, with Dallin Thorpe, the Salty Housewife podcast, who has a lot of like people that follow that podcast with Salt Lake, and actually I think all the ladies listen to his show, so I'm hoping that Heather hears I've literally been screaming at my TV at Jax. Really, Jax was the first celebrity. Well, I don't know if I'm celebrity, first reality star that got me, like, where I'm screaming at my TV and I'm like, this motherfucker is like me. That is me. I'm like literally, he's everything I used to be, and I'm like, wow, he's just as fucked up as me. But like, I learned my, like, I got perspective. I've worked on myself. I went through the dark night of the soul for like 4 or 5 years, and I still work on myself all the time. I'm like far from perfect. I mean, honestly, like I definitely, and that's why I'm like, I don't know why these people argue with me, because I don't do that. I'm not sitting there saying I'm always right or whatever, but I'm like, literally, we're talking and we're discussing things. And if you think I'm wrong, I want to know why. Like, why do you think that Teresa's right? And why is it okay to keep calling John a drug addict? You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I'm like, you guys doesn't. I'm trying to make sense here, and you motherfuckers are calling me crazy and a drug addict. And I'm like, yeah, who cares if I am? Back to me now, or back to John, and back to the question at hand. What is your, like? Let's discuss the real thing. Like, why do we care if we're drug addicts? Like, what does that have to do? Can we discuss why you think my opinions are crazy and yours aren't? Like, that's my whole thing. Like, to sit there and not have a response to why you're calling all of us, oh, you guys are up John's ass, and literally, it's like, it was literally like a post, just like, not praising him, but fan page. Hey, lover.
Hey, beautiful. How's it going?
I'm good. I love you.
I love you too. And you're right. I feel like you're right, but I feel like I'm right too.
Well, what
I
part?
feel
What
like you're
part?
right about it's not she doesn't have to do shit she don't want to do. Ariana does not.
Yeah.
She is
Yeah.
not required to perform
In
any
life,
particular way that I feel she should perform. And just like that, I don't feel like anybody else should be required to perform in a particular way that she feels like they should perform. You see what I'm saying? So,
well, yeah.
but she's entitled to her whole own feelings. If she doesn't feel like doing her job on reality TV, that's her own prerogative. If she thinks she's going to be on the show long enough to have a conversation when somebody feels like
Yes.
listening, then that's her own thought. If she thinks that she's the best and she knows what she's doing,
When
then
did she say that?
let's see how she fares
Okay.
on these other shows. Let's see if her star power is as starry as they say it is.
But
Let's see
she's
if
not
she can
saying,
hold Love Island. Let's see. Let's
she hasn't said
see.
any of this. She didn't put herself on a pedestal. Everybody else has. She has
No, and
not.
she said I'm the number one reality star. for a
Even though
reason. She
was.
said that. It's in her head.
That was her award. She won that award.
But it's in her head for her to say that statement. It's in her head.
No, she won that award. That was an award she won. She won the award number. She actually won the #1 reality star.
I know she won it, but if
Yeah.
it didn't mean anything to her,
It
she would
does
not
mean
have mentioned it as a weapon formed against us.
Not the weapon was they said to her, "Oh, don't do this, don't do this," and "Oh, you're not doing your job." No, that was the weapon. The weapon was using something against her when she's like, "Well, you know what? If you don't think I'm doing the right thing, how do I become? How do I win the #1 reality star? Then I must be doing something right. And if I'm doing something wrong,
Yeah,
then so
I get it.
and these two bitches. Why do these two bitches care? They're the only ones that give a fuck about this.
Who?
Why was
LaLa and Sheena?
Yeah, why does one scene? She's done everything against what she said she would do. She wasn't going to talk to I'm burning my. I'm setting my house on fire. Sorry.
Oh no.
She wasn't going to talk to people that talked to her. She went against everything. She said it wasn't going to talk to Schwartz. She talked to Schwartz. She said she wasn't going to film with Tom. She filmed with Tom. And guess what? She doesn't film with him at home either, and she doesn't talk to him at home either. So living with him means nothing, LaLa, because she doesn't do shit there either. Okay, she doesn't talk to him there.
Yeah, and she doesn't change the toilet paper or clean her cat litter box either.
But she doesn't have to, because if Tom's buying pens and batteries, why should she? Why should two people buy pens and batteries? That's just a waste of money, you know? Especially when you got a $22,000 a month mortgage. Why do you need to buy two? Why do two people have to buy pens and batteries, you know?
Because if you're not talking to me, you can't use my battery, bitch.
Well, listen, they should be, Mom and them, everybody's mad at the fact that they didn't break up. Well, that's on them. You know what I mean? Like, they should just be mad at that, and that's it, because she didn't expect to do this. He's the one who fucked up and got caught. Like, I get it. He needed emotional support. They had an intimate relationship, and that's why she was easily fell into Dan. And it was probably the best thing that could have happened to her in this situation is to meet Dan and have the support of the world around her when she feels alone, like this motherfucker fucked me over. Whether we agree with her or not, it did happen. It wasn't her fault. And of course, she's going to accept every job that comes her way, especially her dream job.
Because she only had $2 before all this happened.
Right.
So it was actually perfect timing and God looking out for her that Tom even decided to stick his thing in Rachel, or else she would still be dead broke.
Well, don't you think Rachel should have literally just fucking Well, so would LaLa and Sheena, because they had to give Sheena fucking money. So Sheena
had to give her money.
Tom had to pay Sheena. Remember, Tom had to give Sheena money, but he sent her money during COVID because she was losing everything. So let's just talk calls. They wouldn't have the money. They wouldn't have their new house either. She wouldn't have extended to Daryl if Ariana didn't get her fucking hair smashed. So thank you for letting thanks for shoving it right up my fucking ass. After everything that you said, you were there for me and you had my back, and then you shove it up my fucking ass in the end anyway. So thank God I didn't really tell you about my accomplishments and tell you I got the show, because you weren't my friend anyway, and you cared about this fucking episode than anybody else. But then we don't even get to talk about how they shoved Joe into the fucking camera and embarrassed the fuck out of her. Why was she even there?
I know. Oh my God. That's what you know what? I feel like they did to Joe what they wanted to do to Rachel. Like Rachel and Joe kind of have the same spirit for me.
Yes.
Where they're kind of just like doe-eyed and seem innocent and don't make the best decisions. And I feel like they used Joe in proxy of Rachel for those types of scenes. That was hard to watch. And it makes Katie look literally unbearable. She's Tequila Katie with no tequila these days. She is a bitch. I was bitch. She fucked Max and is still giving Joe a hard time for needing a place to stay. You gobbled your ex-husband's best friend's peen, and you're mad that he's gonna whatever. That's what I'm saying. It's just too entitled. Look, move fucking on or get over it.
The whole thing is, why is Schwartz Joseph? They're like,
I think Joseph and Tom Schwartz love each other.
Well, but why is he making her do that? Like, don't push her into fucking Katie's path. She didn't want to go talk to Katie. She had no plans on talking to Katie.
Yeah, one of the producers got in Tom's ear and had him.
Oh my God! I said, wait a minute. This is pissing me off, because in real life, this wouldn't be happening. So why are they shoving all this shit? Like, you shove Tom down our throats. LaLa, you film with the motherfucker. She's not shoving him down your throat. You all decided that you were going to love him now, and you're going to love him all of a sudden. LaLa and Sheena or I'm sorry, LaLa is like, oh my God, Tom, you look good. Oh, Tom,
He
he's
did.
I'm
Tom
growing.
looks really good.
Oh, he does look good. I'm telling you, I'm just obsessed with Tom Sandoval, but I'm not sitting there going, Sheena's like, I can't believe it. Like, you're in love with him. Admit it. And LaLa, you're fucking jealous. Now, all of a sudden, you're Team Sandoval when you call him a sociopath. He's dangerous and he's this and he's that. And you thought that he was getting you literally were so happy he fucked up. Just like Jax, everybody was so happy he fucked up because they're like, oh shit. Like now we have a reason to like be a fucking dick to him because they were so jealous of his Tom was allegedly a good guy. And if they expected it, this wouldn't have been such a big deal. If it
Right.
was he wouldn't
But was Tom a good guy if he cheated on Kristen with Ariana and cheated on Ariana with Miami Girl?
If his biggest flaw is that he needs emotional, abandonment, and he needs that. Yeah, that's probably his biggest flaw is he doesn't know how to just say bye. Because he loses, when something's lacking in his relationship, he goes and gets it somewhere else. When he really should just be breaking up with the person. That's his biggest flaw. Other than that, it's 2 restaurants, maybe only 10% of one. He's a hit star reality show. He's had the
a musician. He's a singer.
But he had the girlfriend of his dreams. She didn't want to marry him. She didn't really want to have kids. They live in a house together. He's a fucking rock star. He can go and do what the fuck he wants. She's not begging him to come home to be with the kids, be with me, be with me. All she wanted was him to fucking spend some time with her like he used to. And he could have fucking cheated on her. And he guess what? Why couldn't he just go fuck some randoms every time he was out, in a different state being a rock star? Why do you have to find somebody? That's the whole thing. Like if they had a fucked up relationship, he could have fucked somebody. Just like Enty. Enty flew across the country and lived with another woman. It wasn't just a relationship. It wasn't just an admission. Like Tom was looking for another relationship and was trying to have one, but he didn't even end the first one. All because he needs emotional support and intimacy. Because like me, just like fucking, who else? LaLa. Sheena wants to marry every man she fucking meets, and every 5 minutes she's with somebody else. You know what I mean? So it's like, why are you there in a fucking call? She moved on too quick.
How long do you think Sheena and Brock are gonna make it?
I feel like
Brock likes TV so much that he'll hang around.
I feel like I think they tried to push him. Why is there so much? I think I hear the thing in the background. Why does that happen? Because if you don't want to mute yourself, right, LaLa?
Oh, LaLa. No, I had the water running. Sorry.
No, it's not that. It's like I hear like a static. Now I don't hear it. But that wasn't. Oh, that was water. Now I don't hear it. Do you guys hear it? If you guys don't hear it, then I don't care.
I literally had water on, so maybe that's what it was. Do you hear it now?
Only when I talk.
Okay, I don't hear it.
I hear it. If they don't hear it, then that's probably on my side. But it's fine. So what was I saying? Oh, so all right, Joe. First of all, I don't know why she's like apologizing to. They're not friends. She wasn't friends with Katie. If you were really like, I don't know, Justin Bieber, whatever the fuck she said in that weird ass text. Okay, fine. She's weird. Okay. But again, to apologize to Katie when Katie's just going to say, please leave me the fuck alone. That's the problem. These people don't want them in their faces. And it's like, you expect them to just like emotionally constantly do it over and over again. When Ariana's telling, I don't want him near me. Katie's like, please get away from me. I'm not your friend. We were never friends. You slept with my husband. I don't care if you slept with him 2 weeks, 2 days, 6 months later. You still did it. You went into him and you got a relationship with him. That's like, why are you like, even if I was leaving him, Joe, I don't want to be your friend. You called yourself a crackhead. So now I'm calling you a crackhead. And now poor Krista thinks you're a crackhead somehow. I feel like she might be an actual crackhead.
Joe does not give off crackhead vibes.
You don't think so?
No, I feel like she gives off kind of.
She rushes him out. She rushes Schwartz out the door all the time. I feel like she needs to take a hit. She looks very, very. She's not.
She doesn't look cracky to me. No, I've seen strawberries. I've seen strawberries since 1984, girl. She does not look cracky to me.
People keep saying 1984. What does that mean?
Well, that's when crack was invented. Was in 1984.
Oh, was it? Oh, wow. Yeah. I was a crackhead.
That's when the crack epidemic started. Was 1984.
Dude, that's the drug that took me out, like for bad. I went from crack to crack, and it was like real fun. Like
Yeah,
So
they say
yeah,
that once you hit it like one time, like you're
yeah.
chasing that thing, like
I
almost like heroin.
was a self medicator, so I started to get high because I took Percocet for a long time. That was
Hmm.
my answer to life. It made me sociable. It really nobody could tell because I became a normal person. I wasn't a weirdo.
Hmm.
And then I was that was my thing. I was like always anxious, and I wasn't sociable the same way I am when I do events now. Like that's why I freak out all the time, and I don't end up not going and blah blah blah. But I started to smoke. I started to do coke because pills were expensive. So then I'm getting high on coke, and then yeah, I turn to crack, and then I'm in my room. All I went from wanting to be sociable to smoking crack, held up in my room like I'm
Hmm.
ready
Hmm.
to get away, and it'll
Yeah.
like.
Crack will have you putting tinfoil on your windows.
Well, why was she homeless? First of all, I want to know why she was homeless.
Yeah,
Somebody,
he said because she has a salon, right? So she kept
I
her job in
guess,
her salon,
I
but needed a
guess.
place to stay. But rents are high. Who knows what the situation was?
She said she was couch surfing, and I'm like, but why? And why doesn't he want to be with her? I look. There's a lot of things about Joe that I'm trying to understand. So if she was honest, if she smokes crack, she's like, just say, look, I have a crack problem, or a drug problem, or if you have ADHD like me and I act just like her, then just say I have ADHD, and I'm not rushing him out of the scenes, and I'm not doing scene blocking because I have to take a hit. Like if that's what you're doing, that's what
Oh
you're
my
doing.
God, she didn't leave that scene. She left that scene because she was crying and because
No, no, no,
Lala was
not
trying
that
to have
one.
her be a cool lady.
No,
Lala was
no,
sitting there saying,
the
Lala,
iron scene.
oh,
I
yeah,
guess
yeah, yeah.
I think she's always rushing him out, and I'm like, "Are you taking a hit
No,
from?"
she was rushing him out again because she was like nervous. I feel like she just,
Maybe that's it. It could be it.
yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
I
now
literally do not get crack from her, not at all. But hey,
really? All
look,
right,
I
no.
didn't think Scandival was a thing either. So maybe I'm old and I don't know my druggers no
Yeah,
more.
you probably do, and I do too. But I just she gives me some kind of something like,
Yeah,
well,
she gives me like extreme ADHD,
yeah,
extreme. Yeah,
exactly.
like she
Yeah,
lives in her ADHD.
you know what? And they're probably trying to show it. So the producers are not going to tell the cast that the show's probably over, right? They're going to gas them up and say they're not going to tell them they were not going to like they don't know what they're doing, right? So they're
Yeah.
probably pushing Joe to do stuff. They're probably pushing Brock to do stuff because all of a sudden these two motherfuckers, where'd you come from? You just
Hmm.
here, like you don't go here, like shut up. And if you're going to keep,
Yeah, they
I
are.
keep
They were kind of NPCs that are being forced on us
right.
as,
Yes,
real players. They
yes,
are. You're
they are.
right.
Brock's like, oh, Ariana, you need to forgive Tom again because forgiveness is for you. Blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. Like she can forgive him. She doesn't need your permission or her to say it in front of anybody to forgive him. Forgiveness is within. You don't need to be sitting and do it on camera. Everybody has such a problem with her not forgiving Tom. Why the fuck is it on her to literally do everything, hold the show together, film the show with him? It's not on her to fucking make everybody else feel okay about what the fuck he did. He's the one that should be saying, Sheena, I'm so sorry I did this to you. I understand that it's
I
always
love
let
you.
Ariana's always going, I understand, Sheena. I understand, but I had to have boundaries. The same way Lala, Lala had boundaries that she didn't want any mutual friends with Randall. Well, maybe Ariana doesn't. That's okay. Then that's her choice. But again, she went against that and she stayed friends with Sheena. But guess what? Thank God she fucking said, she had boundaries because look what Sheena said. Look what Sheena did. She threw her under the bus for the fucking show. So she can fuck Tom probably, like Sandoval. Like she probably wants to fuck Sandoval. Do you love me or do you love me for the show? Like what? Shut the Cheetah. You're a fucking adult. Actually, by all like appearances, Tom has treated you like absolute shit. He's done two things for you. He pulled you into a picture. He gave you some money at COVID, and now he probably thought his band was going to go on, so he had his sound guy come up, and I'm pretty sure he didn't pay for it. So it's like all the other, he said, you are not a real friend to him. He said, fuck you. He said, the restraining order. He literally said that literally, because you deserved it. You said on camera you hit fucking Raquel. So why? What did Ariana do that makes her a worse friend than Tom? Like, if your friend gets fucked over, like Katie said it, you fucking say the guy who's treating everybody like shit. Just because she wants to forgive Tom and be his friend, that she doesn't have to tell Ariana about it. Ariana doesn't want to hear it. She's
Yeah.
like, be in your life anyway, but don't fucking tell me about it, you wacko. Like you're literally doing too much, girl. Like the production is really pushing this on you.
I don't know, I don't know. I still feel like Ariana's way bitter
What?
Way
She should
better.
be. Well, now yes, she fucking should be. These motherfuckers did not give a shit about her. Real, it seems like
They
she's
don't give it.
there.
They don't, but the show doesn't really care about anybody but
They
the
do.
guys. The show doesn't care about
Right.
anybody but the
You're
guys.
right. You're
Lisa
right.
Vanderpump is such
Weird.
a misogynist. She
Mm-hmm.
loves males. She drags the girls. If the girls,
Yep.
if the guys do something, oh, poor Tom.
I know.
If any other girls do something, it's like, oh,
It's
they
like
really should have known better. You know, she's just like always like that. And even on her Villa Pump Vanda,
she married
the villa thing, she does the same type of things. The guys will get butt naked and make out with people, and the girls will jump in the swimming pool with their clothes on. And she'll be like, oh, they really shouldn't do that, should they? And I'm just like, that's kind of how her whole vibe is over there. It's very misogynistic.
Yeah.
And the men can do whatever. And you're right. The women are supposed to be like the ones to be like, oh,
They're the ones that are supposed to make it okay.
and all Jack's got to do was go around and
Oh my
dump
god.
his semen everywhere and
Yeah.
act an ass and never
And
had to do anything of depth and emotion even. You're
no.
right. You're right. You're right. I'm still
Am I
not
crazy?
sure how it all changes with one person. I just don't understand.
Because literally they're saying it's like either she is the whole show or she isn't. If she's a big deal, if she's not a big deal, LaLa, then let's have
I could have watched Vanderpump Rules
yeah,
without Ariana Maddox.
right.
I could
Yeah,
have.
and if we would say
I
that
don't really feel like Ariana has really ever added
okay,
a lot
well
except
then
for
good
being
for her.
Tom's
Why is it
emo girlfriend. She's been Tom's emo
do that?
girlfriend.
Yeah,
That's the only thing she's been.
good. Well, that's
And
why
then she built these relationships with some of the girls.
well, listen.
And then you're right, because she
Then,
did build relationships with some of the girls. Sorry, that's husband getting ice.
then she got fucked over when she did.
Yeah.
Look what happens when she does. The one girl she thought was actually her friend is the one who was fucking her over big time. So it's like, how do you trust these two bitches who were literally had your back so hard? You had all Ariana had to do was sit there
And you're right.
Screaming at Tom like,
well, how do you trust anybody on a show where
right?
everybody on that show slept with somebody to get on the show because they wanted camera time? That's
Exactly.
what you can't trust. James
Exactly.
did it to Kristen.
Yep.
I honestly feel like, because we did not see Ariana in front of the camera. We did not see Ariana in front of the camera until she gobbled Tom.
Well,
So maybe even Ariana followed I'm going to smash this person to get on camera. And Allie smashing Tom right now to get on camera.
No,
Rachel smashed Tom and got on camera.
Sheena needed a friend. That's why they got Ariana came there because Sheena had no friends, and she was probably staying Tom. But
it was. But we only saw her after she smashed Tom.
Yeah, that's when she got on the show.
That's how you but that's how you get on the show. So
no,
can you really trust anybody if you have to smash the people to get on the show show of smashers?
I mean, listen, they were all fucked around, but like they got cheated on, and they still fucking stayed with them 9 fucking years later, and he does it again. And you know what? Like now she's like, fuck y'all. Like, now, if I need you the most, they had her back so hard. They worked so hard for her that they were like literally the reunion was like out of control. They let the reunion just go. They even production let it go fuck wild, right? That's how much hate this man gets. And now they're getting
Ariana never got dragged across any coals for sleeping with Tom with Kristen.
Yes, she did.
She didn't. She didn't get dragged. She didn't get dragged. It was kind of like
because Kristen.
Nobody. It wasn't for seasons. It wasn't. Nobody called her a whore or home wrecker.
Well, she wasn't because Kristen and Tom didn't have a home, and they weren't really in the relationship
because they were apartment renters.
No, because Kristen didn't live with. They didn't live together. He lives with Tom. He lived with Jack. Yeah.
So. So when Kristen smashed Jack that was on Tom's couch.
And like I guess that couch was the couch that Jax lived on when they had that separation thing with they had a mattress in the living room and Jax's room was in the living room and they had the gross couch that he slept with everybody on. And did you hear what he said about the threesome? Who he would have a threesome with on the Valley? You know, watching.
No, who did he say?
Jasmine.
Who's Jasmine?
The only black girl on the show, black white girl. I think she's mixed or something. But him and Brittany both.
So he could call the police on her again and make
That's what I'm saying.
Fake police reports and all that other stuff again.
Is
that what he's doing?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, of course you would say that, motherfucker, because you really know reading the room. Like everybody,
What
I was
did
like,
Brittany say when he said that?
Brittany got. Oh my god, Oh my god. So
I
Brittany is
might
not.
have to go watch. That was in this week's episode.
Oh my god, Brittany fucking got. So Brittany's in the very beginning of Vanderpump Rules. She got very sick with her liver for drinking. She's not supposed to drink. I forgot all about this. It was a whole thing. She's not supposed to drink. She gets extremely sick sometimes. She has a bad liver or kidney, right? So that's why he gets better. Fast forward to now, we're at this I don't know, some event, some dinner or something. She does one shot of sake and she gets sick and he makes her fucking take it. She's dying in the room. She's like, oh, oh. And he's like,
Sounds like cirrhosis.
he's like, get an Uber, take an Uber. He's like, you shouldn't fucking drink, and walked away from her. Oh. And he went back to the party and and she's like, I'm so tired of being his punching bag. Well, it's been 9 years, okay? So now when you get a reality show, now you're sick of being a punching bag. It's like so fucked up. He's been here, but Tom was literally sassy, and yeah, he was with Kristen. You're right, they did live together. Yeah, but at the time that he cheated with Ariana, I don't think they were living together. But whatever, it doesn't matter. But there was no home to be wrecked because the home was already wrecked. And maybe Ariana's home was wrecked too. But guess what? She's okay, fine. We're broken up then. Okay, our home was wrecked. We weren't together. Why the fuck do I have to talk to you? And why the fuck does everybody
Yeah.
talk to you? Like, I don't have to see you. Like, I can still film with you. I can say hi. We can be close. I don't need to fucking forgive you. Everybody's so worried about her feelings. Oh, you have to do it for yourself. What do you
Did
do?
when Ariana took Tom, did she ever have to go back and have a talk with Kristen?
Yeah, they became friends and they had plenty of talks. They became best friends after that. And
So
repeatedly, we should have been broken up 5 years ago. She said, pish posh. She said, pish posh. That doesn't mean anything, Ariana. We're good. Pish posh. That's pish posh. What she said.
yeah, so like I mean, so that leads me back to why didn't she talk to Tom? If even Ariana, and that also leads me to
nobody told her
dragging Joe around. It's part of their
told her.
formula. They have the girls go back and try to make nice with the girls the boyfriends who they smashed in common,
Yep.
and the guys.
She wasn't made. I don't think Kristen was made to have that conversation. I just think they did. They probably were made to have it.
I think they were probably made to have it.
She's like nobody really.
Even if, and maybe they didn't read that clause about being uncomfortable.
Exactly. Now, literally now, of course they're going to fucking talk about these contracts because
I wonder if all the contracts have that clause, because when LaLa put that knife to Faith Stowers' throat, and now she ends up on all these extra shows.
Yes.
I bet she was uncomfortable and didn't feel safe, and they didn't give a fuck.
Especially how did James get her recording of her phone?
Yeah, and that's an eavesdropping thing too. She needs to hit James with the her and Rachel need to get together and hit James with the eavesdropping thing, because he took her recording and played it without her knowledge or consent.
But I mean, I'm still James. I love James. You can love the artist, and you know what I mean. I love his DJ, like his sets, like when he does his sets, like I listen to him a lot. They give me energy and they put me in a good mood. I go see him. I do like him. I've seen him actually have growth. I feel really bad if Allie's using him. I have a feeling she might be.
Allie's using him for sure. Allie does not like that boy. She played. She put her chart and his chart together, and she's like, "Ooh, I could use this one." She already knew.
I was going to ask you, like, what do you think? Like, I got to get my hair real quick.
And how she's using him to get her little singing career kicked off again. This is plotted. She is the most plotted, innocent, sweet girl I ever seen in my life.
Did you think he was about to ask her to get married out there at the sun? Oh, you didn't watch it? Oh yeah, did you watch it?
I watched that on Vanderpump Rules. I was just finishing it up. I have like 10 minutes left. But I saw that scene where they're on Treasure Island. And so me and my husband been to, we're from the Bay. And that Treasure Island is a great place to go watch the fireworks.
Is that where they were?
Yeah, they were on Treasure Island. And so me and husband watched the fireworks from that exact location, like circa 1999. And we couldn't make it all the way to the city. So we pulled over in Treasure Island, and everybody got out of the car and put our radios on, and we were having the best time. Treasure Island is lit.
So how long does it get there? Like from where they're at? LA.
If from LA to Oakland is like 6 to 8 hours if you drive. If you fly, it's like an hour. It's hecka close.
Wow. So Joe would just went I didn't know why she was there. Was she invited? It was weird. Like she was there with the cast.
It looked like Tom told her to come because she knew to bring something nice to wear and everything.
That was fucking weird. And I'm like, why are you here? Like, you're not
I
accepting.
think Joe and Tom like each other, and I think that he
Me
wants
too.
her in his
I
life,
think
but
that
he
they
still
both.
wants to be friends with Katie
No,
because of
I think
everything Katie did for him when he was a bum.
no. I have a really bad feeling though. I feel like it's a Doug thing. And that's why he's into it. I really do. I think that he found out that maybe I really do. I really feel bad that I keep saying this,
Oh.
but like there's something wrong. There's something. There's a reason why he just doesn't want to be with her when he really should. They do have good chemistry, and I feel like there's a he had issues like his brother just got sober and he's mentally was okay, dealing with mental issues as well, self medicating, and maybe she's a self medicator, and he just said, "Look, I can't." It could be that something like
Or
that.
maybe he cares still what Katie thinks so much that
No, God, he
he
hates
is not going to go there with
he
Joe
hates her,
until Katie is nice to her. So maybe he keeps putting her there so that he could have his old wife still be his friend with his new wife.
I don't know. I don't think he likes Katie at all. I think he
I
hates
don't think
Katie.
so either. I feel like he's
He's
kind of
just a
almost
self.
scared of Katie.
Yes, 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 yes. You're right. And he think maybe for the show, I think he was trying to just string her along, but he likes her. I just feel like there's something up the. And even like production knows, like production hasn't hired her. They said she's an issue or something. They
Yeah.
said I don't know. I feel bad. Like I'm not. I think maybe I would be weird too. I don't know how if I would know how to act like because they have to stand in certain places. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think there's something up with her, but like somebody did a deep dive on her, and I can't figure out who it is to find the thing because
Mm-hmm.
I want to know about her. I just don't like when she's online, like the stuff she was saying about that live. I was like, poor girl, she really thinks like what she's saying is. I don't know. I feel bad for her a little bit, but I don't know. Like they push somebody that doesn't have it in her to act I don't want to say normal. I feel bad keeping on her. But whatever it is about her that everybody's just like, can you get this fucking weirdo away from me? Like she could have been
Oh.
in there as like that's what they say, but she could have went in there as Raquel's friend. That would have really fucking given Raquel the in and the money that she's looking for. But she held out for a bigger check, and she's not going to get it. By now, I'm sure Bethany's like, shit. What the fuck am I going to do with her? If this ditzy bitch can't get it, like this ditzy bitch does not get it at all. And I just got her as managing her podcast, like you know,
What do you
like
think about the ladies all making money off of Rachel?
yeah.
And now that
Um,
she's making money off herself, they're like, oh, she's lying. It's not true. Why doesn't she shut up? I feel like it's so
because I'm going
that's just
against.
sad. I mean, like, you don't
It's
get to
sad,
make all the money off of my pain
right?
and I can't make any. They need to shut up
Well, no,
and let
I
her
don't
make
think it's
all
the
her
money.
money.
It's the fit. She hasn't learned anything. She's actually talked herself out of the salary that she supposedly got for 3 months. You can have a podcast and make the money. They're actually, I'm saying, go back on the show because they're telling her, come back and make the money all you want, make the money, but don't lie. Don't go
She's
on a
not
podcast.
lying. It's her reality. Who are they to call her a
Okay,
liar? Who
all
are
right. Well,
they
then
to
maybe,
tell her that? Who are they to tell her that she was more Ariana's friend than Tom's friend? When in her mind, she was Tom's friend. Who are they to tell her that?
I don't know.
You can't tell me what's in my mind.
Well, that's fine, but like, are they mad at her for making up the story for recreating history, or are they mad at her? They're not mad at her for making money. They're mad at her for recreating history.
No,
Like,
because no, what they're mad at, I feel like, is that
yeah,
they've already spun a narrative for a whole year because she
right?
didn't say shit for a year. So
Yes,
they
she did.
put all of their narrative out there. They met, they got their all stories together. They went on every podcast and everything for a year,
No,
setting
they
the
have their
stage for
podcast.
them to look a certain way. And now here she comes and she's picking them off one by one with her reality
But she,
and
yeah, okay,
her
okay,
experiences. So now
fine.
they're calling her a liar
Because she is a
because
liar.
she's damaging their narrative that they set up for a year while she was minding her business trying to heal.
But I don't even know what narrative she's spinning. What is she saying? Like,
Well,
what is she
the
saying? Did she not fuck Tom? Did she not cheat with Tom? Is it not true? Like, did he force her to
no,
do
it's mostly just the thing I heard most recently
it?
was the thing where Sheena again is just trying to be like, no, they were
Oh,
really good friends. But
oh,
look, you obviously, if
she
they're
said
all
it.
willing to say now that they don't even know who this girl is,
They
then
don't say
how
that.
do they know what a friend is to this girl for her to, you know what I'm saying? It's just weird.
No, I don't because Raquel's the one who was saying in all the confessionals, "These are my people. These are my friends. These are my friends. My friend."
But
I'm
she
so
was talking
sorry.
about Tom, obviously.
What do you
She
mean?
said, she said, these are my people, but she was only
Right,
talking about Tom.
and Ariana.
No, she was only talking about Tom because by that time, especially on her birthday one, when they went all.
It's okay. So just because they weren't that good of friends, it was okay for her to fuck her man. And then
No, see, but I already said that too. Like, you can't have no other holes around your thing when you're not giving up no holes. Like, you just can't do it.
And she obviously didn't love Tom or care anything about him, or they would be together. Because honestly, if you're gonna fuck your life up, you best be fucking together. Like, why'd you do it then? You're just a whore. You're just a whore looking for money. You hurt your friends. Like, you literally, these people that were giving you life, giving you friendship and loving you, not just Tom, the women too. And you take it and you say, we're not just going to this guy to get on better money, or I don't know what the fuck she did it for. She obviously didn't really love the guy because she doesn't even know how to feel. Tell her how to feel. Simon says, Tom said it's a bad idea. Simon says it's bad to sleep with somebody's friend. I can't, like, it's like her life.
Simon says, I'm on a show where everybody smashes each other's friend and they got away with it. So maybe I should do the same thing and I'll be accepted too.
Well, everybody, the only person not okay with it now is her. Nobody else is talking about it but her. She's the one saying
she gets to, because she just started talking about it. They've been talking about it for a year. And I don't think that she didn't, when they were lying on her ass, she didn't come out every 5 minutes and say, you're lying on me. They're lying on me.
The only liar here are Raquel and Tom.
They have a vested interest in making her continue to be a liar. Just let that girl tell her truth. Why are they so invested in this girl's truth? Why?
Because they're lying. Oh, well, you know what? That's okay. Let her have her truth. But they can also clear up history again. That didn't happen. This is what happened.
It happened to her.
Yes. And let's see how long her podcast lasts. By the time we get to season 2, and but now she's just talking about the show. But she wanted to be so far away from it.
I would talk about the show too. They talked about me.
But don't
talk about you. That's not fair. That's not fair. The show used her. I'm not to use the show.
I'm talking about her words. Her words were, I need to not be around the show. Her words were, I need to get away from this stuff. And the show is damaging that she has a lawsuit against them. But this is her words. But then why are you then going and talking about it then? If you don't want yourself talked about, and the show is what gave you all this fucking damage and all, and you had to go to therapy for 2 months, why not talk? You don't talk about it. You should have just went back on it. If it's going to be a part of your life, you can go back on it. Nobody's telling you not to talk about it, but nobody's going to listen to you after, like, why do we going to listen to you? Why? After how many times you're going to say, talk about the affair when nobody else is talking about it anymore? Ariana's moving on. Tom's about to apologize. Everybody's forgiving each other. We're moving to the Valley. You're the only one over here crying. We cleared up the whole thing. We realized that, she did not have 50 Jane Does, John Does. They said she only did it. It was a screenshot. That was it. It was shared to her. It wasn't shared. There was no damages in here. No damages were done because nobody saw it. So, like, she literally is talking, and then they go in there and say, oh, we weren't that good of friends. Okay, great. That doesn't make it okay. And you can talk about it all you want. You're the one that waited 90 days or whatever it was to go be with Bethany and listen to some psycho crazy woman walks you into playing a podcast. She has no idea who the fuck you are, no idea about the scandal of Bethany, but she's always got to dig her fucking claws in anything that's making money.
I think that the bias that could have been there was gone because Bethany didn't watch the show except for this one season. And I thought the interview was good.
Now, I'm not talking about the interview. I'm not her talking Rachel. She thought Rachel was normal and a normal woman with a normal thinking brain, not like a 12-year-old. And when she finally met her and was like, after she talked, talked her into getting the podcast and my interview, she realized this girl is clueless. And you have to tell her what to think, how to feel. She takes everybody's feeling and like, oh, I have to feel this way because this one said it's this way. This one says I'm supposed to feel this way. But you made a fucking mistake and you apologize for it, and then you took it back for the last, I don't know, year. Because your podcast now, you're blaming everybody else. And I don't know if Bravo's making her do this or who's advising her, but like to talk like this and say, well, this one said it was okay. Like I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
The Jersey shit is making me like, if that's not making me nuts, this whole showrunner thing and creating her own fucking reality TV, fucking let it be reality. The showrunners are like I said, they're the 8th housewife, and we're the ex-husbands and ex-wives. We get fucked over. Like, we don't get the real shit. Like, now we have to watch people. They're breaking the fourth wall because they have to. Because showrunners are stupid. Fuck these showrunners. Like they're literally competing against each other, and they're making us go, well, wait a minute, that don't make no fucking sense. Like, what the fuck did how did we get here? You know what I mean? Like this, like with the Valley, the same thing with the Valley. Kristen, okay, we have to talk about this because Jax fucked this up bad.
What happened? What happened?
Okay. So the whole thing with Michelle having the rumor of Michelle, Jesse's wife, having nudes sent out and how it found out and how it came about and how it got on camera. So in the very beginning of the show, I don't know if it was episode 2, Kristen and there's nothing has been said yet. All we know is what we've seen so far, and it's just like Jesse and her talking about a divorce, nothing about anything, right? Kristen and Jax go to lunch. They have a conversation. We see them talk, nothing about Michelle, but we didn't see until just now, but well, not allegedly. So apparently, well, not it happened. Jax on with the filming there had brought this up in front of Kristen, and he said, "I have something to say." Looks at the cameras and goes, "Shit, are they filming this?" Looks at Kristen, goes, Kristen goes, "Yeah, what do you mean?" Yes, they're filming this, and she's like kicking him to tell him to shut the fuck up, and he says. Well, she's been cheating on Michelle, or she's been there's rumors, blah, 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 and he tells Kristen. Kristen says, I've never heard this before. So now she knows that the cameras have already caught this, right? She doesn't know if it's ever going to be brought up, but she knows now Jax has fucking said this in front of the filming, in front of cameras, which we at first did not see. Okay. So now she has it. So now she's like, I have no idea what you're talking about, Jax. And I don't know where this comes from. I don't know where and he's like, I just heard it. Right. So then somehow we get to where it's Kristen and Brittany and whoever, and Brittany goes, well, you're starting shit, blah, blah, blah. And like, whatever. And it's yelling at Kristen. Kristen's like, oh, wait, what the fuck? I just lost my train of thought. Oh, that was with the race thing, the thing with like Janet and all, right? So apparently, so then Jax goes home and we don't see this yet, tells Brittany about Michelle's rumors. So then Brittany's not saying anything. She has the information in her vault. Kristen has the information in her head, and she's like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. So fast forward, we start filming. We see them go to lunch. Nothing's brought up there. We don't see it there at all. And then whatever happens when she starts saying to Michelle, I'm holding, don't worry, your secrets are safe with me. Michelle's never told Kristen the secret. Only fucking Jax has. Jax then tells people that Kristen told him this one night drunk. And it might not even be true because he says it in front of a bunch of other people. I'm not talking about it because I don't even know if it's true or not because Kristen told me this, which is a fucking lie. He brought it up in front of the cameras at the fucking lunch, and the cameras never even brought it up until the very fucking end, until this last episode we just saw. We know now Kristen literally tried to walk out of that dinner being screamed at, and the producer's trying to push her to fucking say this. And she says, I'm not going to ruin their fucking marriage, and I'm trying to leave. And then they push her to fucking say she's had a boyfriend for a year, blah, blah, blah. Everybody then fucking is mad at Kristen. And I don't know how it came about with her not bringing up, but the whole thing is she already knows that the camera has already fucking seen it, and Jax is the one who fucking brought up it. He won't fucking say that. So then everybody looks at her like the asshole, and she talked about it, and then even Brittany's like, you fucking brought it up, you're starting shit, and then even Jasmine's like, well, Jax told me, or Jax goes to Jasmine, brings Jasmine to the lunch, and tells Jasmine, I got this rumor that Kristen told me about Michelle, blah, blah, blah. I told Brittany. So now Jasmine's got the information from Jax. Kristen's got the information from Jax. Brittany's got this information from Jax. Jax is fucking, and then somehow the guys hear about this. So at one point, Jesse's like, I would never forgive her. And all the guys are like, oh shit, oh, we know something. And then Luke goes, I know a secret. And I'm going to reveal it in the confessional. And everybody's like, there's a big brawl. And eventually Kristen goes, Michelle's like, what do you mean you're protecting me? And they get in this fight, and then Kristen says it, right? But then they all block Kristen. They cut her out of the group. They have all these events without her. They don't invite her. And then Jax gets invited, and they're like, Jax is best. Jax is being really cool with Michelle. He's like, handing her a plate of food. Do you need a jacket? And in another scene, he's like, oh, yeah, Michelle. And like, literally, Jesse's his friend. And nobody has this fight. So Kristen is literally like, motherfucker. I didn't even want to bring this up. And now Luke's yelling at her. The people, all her friends are yelling at her. They think that she just brings shit up, which she does do this. She does snap back when people are coming at her. My whole thing was, when she had originally, when Brittany originally started screaming at Kristen and saying, "You're starting shit, you're starting shit." Kristen's like, "What are you? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about." We missed the whole scene where they must have talked about that thing about Michelle, and also I guess whatever that thing was happening, what they all like put a whole kaboot on was, about her Michelle being transphobic or something like that. They kibosh that and they start thinking. So now, like literally, this comes out and I don't even know. So now we go to where Kristen's not invited to anything. Jax has blocked her, and he's like, everybody else blocks her because he doesn't want her to say what she's already said. But at this point, she's like taking the fucking hits, like literally, like Jesus fucking Christ, like everybody's blaming me, and it's really Jax, and it's like wild to me because like even Brittany's like, I'm not getting blamed for this. I just knew about it. I didn't want to know about it. Yeah, because your husband told you. So it's like, yeah, Brittany, he fucking literally. So the one party they're at this like what was it? It was something where they were, oh my god, somebody's house. Oh, game night. I'm sorry, game night. That's when she gets sick. So they're all at game night. He's so glad she goes home because she's like, Jax, why the fuck are you saying this shit? And now Kristen's mad at me. And Jax is like on his phone. And Brittany's like, get off your fucking phone. I knew. And he's like, what? What? I don't give a fuck. I don't fucking care, Brittany. I don't want to talk about Kristen anymore. Just drop it. Fucking drop it. Like screaming at her. And she's like, motherfucker, you fucking started it. I guess she was thinking it. Like he started it, right? And everybody's like, literally, Jax has flipped the narrative somehow, made it look like Kristen's fucking the one who's like wanted up first on camera. Thank God the cameras pay him back and go, this is what really happened, Jax. We got this shit on camera. So they pushed this the entire time. They're trying to get Kristen to say this rumor. We don't know that Jax is the first one to say it. And all hell breaks loose. And now Kristen has no friends. And I'm like, if this happens so now I'm thinking if LaLa or Brittany goes in one of the after shows. Oh yeah, Ariana, she what I don't know what they said about her. It's something that didn't make any sense. And Brittany's like, yeah, tell her to come to the valley and see how that fits in there, or how that works there or something. I'm like, who the fucking what? Your husband's the biggest piece of shit in the valley, and you're saying that Ariana should be scared to come there because she tells people how she feels. I don't fucking know what the fuck she was saying. But like in these after shows, you have LaLa flipping the fuck out. She's the only one who's mad. Tom's actually said all calm. He's like, yeah, Ariana, she just wasn't ready. It's cool. It's all good. You got LaLa going, she fucking thinks she's God, like standing up in the after show, like, I'm fucking sick of her. She's irrelevant. She's always been irrelevant. And and I'm like, we're just gonna let the fucking social media take care of this one. I'm like, Ariana, don't even bother. Everybody on social media is going to take care of this for you. She's like completely lost her mind. She really actually thinks that she has, I don't know if she's doing production. She thinks she's doing production some favor by going against Ariana. And like when you can support both people, like you don't have to be like, oh, if you're Team Tom now, you said fuck Ariana, and now your true feelings about how it's not even how she feels about about being cheated on by Tom. This is how fucking how she feels about Ariana, period. So you're not, it's like, it was literally another Lisa hot mic moment when somebody's supposed to be your good friend and you hear how you really feel within a matter of like 3 minutes of them just saying everything that they hate about you and then going, I was very wild up. Fuck you, LaLa. This is why I started to like you last year. And I couldn't figure out why I didn't like you. I was like, wait, why have I never liked her? I always hated LaLa. And then I was like, oh, you know what? I like her again. I get her now. I get her. This I don't get. You sold out, bitch. You made money off her getting cheated on, and now you're telling her to fucking get the fuck. If she got over it, you're not gonna make any more money. When she gets over it, you're bitch. Like you're out. Like now because you're getting pregnant, they don't even want to film you pregnant. That's how much they don't care about your storyline, LaLa. That's what the fuck you're mad about. You literally fucked this up. You talk about Raquel fucking her 15 minutes up. People have wanted to come for your head for months now. People have said, because you're turning on Ariana, we don't want you on the show anymore. So where in your like delusional mind did you think this fucking narrative that was going to work of you talking all this shit on LaLa for fucking what? A scene that wasn't even yours, that she didn't feel like filming, and the very last fucking scene of the very last fucking episode of the very last fucking season, because the 5-minute scene you didn't get. This is your true feelings about how you fucking felt. Good, glad we know how you feel. Now we can all move on, and now you're not her friend. Like, don't come to Chicago. I hope the fuck you didn't come to Dancing on the Stars or with the Stars. She's not lazy, because to do Dancing with the Stars, you have to do a lot. That is like 18 hours a day, and it's like grueling, and your body turns out amazing. And then you get to wear dresses like she wore at the reunion and how she wore at the finale. Like Ariana looks hot as hell. And you know what? Fuck everybody else. Like it's like fuck me for being cheated on, right? Like you bitches made money off me. I'm literally being your friend. Like I'm here, I'm showing up. I don't even film this motherfucker at home. So who cares if I live under the same roof with LaLa? The fuck does that matter? If he wanted to apologize, he would apologize. He's angry. He doesn't really want. What was he going to apologize for? He was only going to apologize for weaponizing her mental health. He didn't even know he did that, dumbass. Like this is what I mean. I like Tom, but like somebody had to tell him to give a fuck. Like me and the Patreon. I'm like I literally said to him, "Don't be a Jax. Just say you had a Jax moment. You have no reason to be angry with her. Please, can you answer this question? What are you so angry with her about?" And this was like a while ago. This was like in the right after when he was trying to get his following back and he opened his Patreon, which he doesn't even go into anymore. And he wanted people to ask questions. I said, what the fuck are you so angry about, man? And then I was like, look, like I understand, like I went into how I understand, blah, blah, blah. Jax, don't do a Jax. Blah, blah, can you just explain this to me? And he's like, she was coming for me. I'm like, you know what? I retract my question. I'll wait to do some more work on yourself and we'll talk again later. And I realize now he still hasn't he still doesn't understand what the hell he's mad about. He's mad at what? Then you should have broke up with her. If that's how you feel, then why didn't you break up with her? And if she really hated everybody, guess what? They all hate her too, apparently. So guess what, Tom? They all feel the same motherfucking way, apparently. So unless they really gave a fuck, the fact that you sat there and said, she hates everybody and she doesn't show up for anybody. She deals with mental health issues. I don't show up either. I fucking talk myself out of it. I get anxious. I get invited to fucking family functions and I don't go because a lot of good reasons. I have a lot of reasons, but it's because of mental health mostly because I protect. So if she doesn't show up to shit, Tom, it's because she doesn't want to do shrooms and stay out all night and be Mr. Social and all this. That's on her. Like how fucking dare you be her boyfriend for 9 years and then weaponize the way she, her friendships and like her mental health and the way she does things. Like you fucked up, not her. You could have just kept your fucking mouth shut and said nothing about her and just, instead of like you're doing now you're like, oh yeah, when she's ready. And I'm so glad she found Dan. I'm so glad she wasn't by herself. It's like, which one is it? Do you give a fuck about it or you don't, dude? Sorry, I have to take a breath. I don't even know what the fuck I just said. I just said everything I've been saying. Like, I don't know. Am I fucking nuts or like?
And that was a lot, but that's crazy that Jax is still being Jax.
Yes.
Throw a rock and hide his hands, and everybody else's house sets on fire.
I said, "Oh my god, he actually got fucking," and then he's got everybody blocking Kristen. Like he's not good. First of all, this episode just showed what he did. So it's like I keep saying the fact that he knew about this, and I don't know where it came from because he said that he heard it from Kristen. Kristen said he heard it from her. He brought it up, and Kristen apparently we have it on camera going. I've never heard that, and she's like kicking Jax under the table, like shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. And it's like, whoa, dude, you really manipulated. And he even says, I'm losing my touch. I fucking told Jasmine. Jasmine's supposed to go tell Kristen. Kristen's supposed to tell me. And then we're supposed to find out what Michelle's texting and come back to me. And then I tell everybody. Really? That was your plan? I can't wait till Jesse punches you in your fucking face, dude. Because you're no friend to him. You were going to literally destroy his wife's character and let his daughter hear some shit like that. Like, because you have a son. And, you don't have you don't even talk to your own mother. So it's like, Kristen, Jax will care about you. She has this whole event where she's relaunching her fucking James Bay, her t-shirt line from 25 years ago.
Oh my God, the t-shirts again.
She started it and she didn't even do a good job. Like her friend Zach had to do everything. She was just relaunching it. I should check it and see if she's got any. Is it James May or James May? I don't even know.
I don't know, but I thought it had to do with James Kennedy.
I thought it did too. Yeah,
I would name nothing James after James was in my life.
Yeah, and it's like James Bay or May or something. Well, actually, the fucking whatever they do, the CC, the closed caption is saying May, and I'm like, I think that's wrong. I think it's James Bay. Not really sure, but I like t-shirts. I'm a t-shirt person. I wear a lot of rock t-shirts and stuff. Like I fuck with t-shirts, but I mean, you walk in the hot topic and get in that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Unless she's doing something like, I don't know. There's a Joe Weinberg thing.
Well, at least she's smart getting it on as soon as she can on this season,
right?
Instead of on her way out.
Fucking everybody's so mad at Tom and everybody's so mad at like Ariana and all that now. Literally, Jack's got a reality show, a reality podcast, and a fucking bar out of Scandal. Like he literally all this. He became relevant again because of Scandal, Jax.
Yeah,
Not a. It's
yeah,
crazy.
because the
All of
number
a
one guy
sudden,
in the group is a cheater.
but he literally got fired. They were fired. What the fuck?
They were
Fired
fired for being racist on
and
top of it.
canceled. And because scandal happened, they all became relevant
You
again.
didn't finish telling me what Brittany did when he said he wanted to
Yes.
smash the black girl.
Brittany stayed with him, remember? Brittany's like, rotten hell. Like she
No, no,
played.
no. I mean, this time he said that if he had a
Yeah.
throuple,
Oh,
a threesome,
it was a question for the whole group. Well, Brittany wasn't there, but it was a question for the whole group, like the couple. So Jax actually teamed up with Zach, and Zach was acting as Brittany. And actually, Brittany goes, they spoke for her. Jax goes, yeah, we would both sleep. Who would you have a threesome with? Both of you answer. And Jax goes, me and Brittany would both sleep with Jasmine. I don't know if that's true. I
yeah,
mean,
because she was not happy with Faith. She last thing she said to Faith was
yeah.
something about her nappy hair or something. I don't
Um,
know.
yes, 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 yes. And I'm like, "Oh,
Mhm.
Jax, you fucking like, you performative motherfucker. You're such a dick." Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's another, like, fucking you know how that is. "My best friend's black." Like, that person, you know? "I am my best friend is" like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? Like, and I feel like, you know what? Good Jasmine's hot, she's beautiful, I would fuck her too. But, like, I don't think he like, I just feel like everything he says and does is performative, and he has the
Yeah,
ball. Let him be
yeah,
performative, but, like, why are you gonna use somebody that you just to show that you don't feel a certain way about a certain you know what I mean? Even if he's not that. Like, but you think that you have people that think you are, so then you're gonna just, like, say her name like, you know what I mean? Like, oh god, I can't. I don't know.
yeah. Because then if you aren't, then you're
Right.
just fetishizing black girls at this
Yeah.
point. Like that's the still
Oh, I
problem,
didn't
dude.
think of it that way. I didn't think of it that way. Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. You? Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know what's gonna happen because Jesse and Michelle are already separated. So if it's not even that, it might not. The rumor might be a big deal only because Jesse, like, even though they're separated, I think he felt like when they started filming that he was going to be able to work. So basically, they got separated right before filming, but then came back. She came back because they were going to film the show, and I think he thought she was going to like work on it or whatever, or like forgive him, and he tried to change, but you could tell he was only changing for her. And guess where he went?
Where?
Remember Louis on the beach at
No.
the retreat with all the naked men that abuse their wives?
Oh
That's
my gosh.
he went
He
to an
went to that
ayahuasca,
thing.
yeah, an ayahuasca,
Lord have mercy.
yeah, a retreat, but he was supposedly doing ayahuasca and the other one, psilocybin, and he's like, "I wanna step out of myself," so he was gonna do which I actually thought about it because of my with mental, because but I'm afraid to like leave my body. So
Yeah.
like he's like Michelle's like, well, can it change your personality? Because he's like, I'm doing this for my marriage and I want to step outside my ego, blah, blah, blah. And that might be good for him, for himself. But his ego and the way he is how he's so successful. You know what I mean? Like him being a dick makes people just like on business. So basically she's like, I don't really want to be with you, is what she's saying. She's basically, I don't think Jesse's her type of person. Like he's not the guy you look at and you want to marry. He's the guy you have sex with. Like he's best sex guy. He's not the guy you marry. And her
Hmm.
he's not a marrying type, and she ended up marrying him and having a kid with him. And the personality on him is just basically his personality she doesn't like. And
So is his character like Jackson?
no, he's Jax is a loser compared to these people. All the other
Oh.
men are like are husbands of the year, basically. Jesse's just very. How can I describe him as? He is very high class, like very like I like $1 million listing kind of guy. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's a realtor, but he's like his personality's cute, but he's like I wouldn't marry somebody like him. Like he's somebody that you just feel like he's gonna fuck you over, you know? Like he's the guy that basically fucks you over all the time. But he fell in love with Michelle, and Michelle's just like, look, he's a fucking player. Like this guy, and then she looks at him like a player. I don't think basically the way he is her type of person. Like he,
Mm-hmm.
I guess like during COVID he was home, and then she's like, well, then maybe he was coming to help me, but then when he went back to work, he go to work, Michelle. So I don't know. I just feel like I don't think he cheated. I think she just doesn't feel, he's like the kind of guy that doesn't understand like emotions, and he thinks like, you know, he just doesn't. It's hard to explain. I feel bad for both of them. They don't really communicate well, and you can tell like when he says things, I know where he's coming from, but she takes it like you're just selfish. And she's like, and she said, I don't know how one night or two nights that he's going to be away is going to change you. Like, you're 40 some years old. Like, and it's true. Like, by this time I said it's about Jax, you are who you are. And you're 40. By the time you're 40 or 45, you are who you are. And it's really, really hard to change. And it's like, he's not going to change his personality overnight. And it's not going to be, if it's for her, then he's doing it for the wrong reason. You know, like the guy that's doing the healing or whatever said, if you're doing it, if you're attached to the result, and she's going to be like, if you're only looking for, he said, if what if I do this for 2 months and she still doesn't like me? And he's like, well, then what the fuck you do it for? You're supposed to do it for yourself. Like, you're supposed to want to be better for her. You're supposed to want to be kind and loving.
Yeah.
And he's just abrasive. And Jax is the worst. Jax treats Brittany like a punching bag, and I guess he always fucking has.
He's disgusting. I just don't even know.
Yeah.
But she gets what she fought long and hard for that toilet seat. She deserves it.
He knows who he is. When he's on top, he steps on her. He's always done that. When he's on top, he steps on Sandoval. He's barely ever on top. He's just jealous all the time. He lives in a world of wanting to be somebody else. Like, he was pissed off when Lisa asked the Tom to have her at the bar. He's like, he knew he was that then because of his personality, though. Like, it's reckless. You run your mouth. You don't really make any sense because you're a hypocrite. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I would never go to a bar. I would ruin my marriage. But now you're going to. There's all these.
Do you think we could digress for a second and talk about what substances Jax might be on?
Yes.
Because his vein is popping in his forehead.
He is
too long and too strong for me. I'm like, on one much.
Him and Jesse, I think, are partying, is what I think.
Yeah, I think they are too.
And it's like, he goes, I come home, I'm home by 11 o'clock. But every time he's out, he's so excited.
Like he's still so pumped. Like, that's not oxycodone.
You know how it is. People are getting their drug and they know what's coming. They're like high just knowing.
And his pupils, I'm like, I can't even tell his eyes are blue. His pupils are so big sometimes.
He looks, I think the Jax is hot, but I can see the intensity because even Sandoval was like that. Sandoval was like, what? And I'm like, what the fuck are you on, my dude? Like, no, like, you're like literally taking your shirt off and you're screaming on stage and your eyes are, and then like at the beginning of the show, he's like looking around, he's like, yeah, man, yeah. I can't. You want to do shrooms with me? I need somebody to do shrooms with me. It's like, are they legal in California? Are they?
What?
Are shrooms legal? Or like,
well, people do them. I don't know if they're legal or not. But yeah.
And listen, I'm not against them, but the fact that I really believe, I think he was I think Tom was on Xanax or something, or Rachel or Tom might be on Xanax. And I think Tom Sandoval was definitely doing like maybe Pasta or Adderall, because he tries to say that he's sober, but he can say that if he gets prescribed Adderall and doesn't need it.
You can be on Adderall and be sober because it's a prescription drug, right?
Right. And that's when in his brain he's not lying, right? But when you don't really have ADHD, obviously it actually look like a meth head, because when I do meth or when I take Adderall, I calm the fuck down. I'm not like this, like I am right now. So it's what it's for. They made that drug, and they made literally the same street drug. They made a legal version of it to fuck us over. So meth is Adderall. When people don't have ADHD, they shoot it. They do things the way they're not supposed to do, and it turns into they look like a weirdo. But Jax, I believe, is on pasta. I don't know why we call it pasta, but they call it pasta. I feel like
they call it what?
Pasta.
Oh, so that's why this wasn't about the pasta, LaLa?
Yeah, LaLa ate some of her pasta, and she's like, you ate all her pasta. And LaLa's like, I'm sorry, I ate all her pasta. And James like, it's not about the pasta. And pasta's the key word for cocaine. But yeah, like Jax, and then I think him and Jesse do it because Jesse didn't look good. And Jesse gets very like, he gets like tense. And but the other two men, like Jason and Danny, husbands of the year, man. Husbands of the year. And they're all like very high character. Like their character's better than Jax. Their quality is better than Jax. Their whole like everything about them is like they're like cool people. They're not like running around going, well, except for Jax. Jax is like talking about some other man's family, like another man's family secret. Like basically, when he's like open about it. How did Jesse? Like Jesse said to him, "Why are you inviting Kristen's boyfriend? That you're a fucking child. That's a childish." Like yelled at Jackson. Jackson's like, "Oh yeah, man, you're right." And here you are with a secret about him and his family, and you're saying it on camera. You're fuck you. And he's pushing to get this bar open that looks like shit. But guess what? Because he has no equity. He's got no money into it. And the only equity he has is his goddamn face. and his name.
And he's gonna still be a freaking bartender.
Yes, and oh my god, he probably is going to bartend, and his own bar that he supposedly he didn't put any money in. I guarantee. I guess the equity they make is going to be his. He's going to pay back that way. I guess is 25%. But to me, you only own 25% of your bar, and it's like your name is your equity. I mean, I don't know. I know it's doing well, but like he's like he's like I'm so stressed out. And Brittany, do not have a child. Brittany wants to have another kid. She still wants to have a child. She even said I'm going to work it out with him. I'm his punching bag, but she still wants to have a baby with this motherfucker who said to her
That's
face.
because her mouth is turned down so far now.
Yes,
She knows she can't get another one. Another one is not paying for the fixing of the mouth, girl.
No, and Jack said, I don't want to have another child with you. I don't want to have another baby. I can't even handle this life. And what are you going to do? Bring a baby to a bar? What are you going to do? 7 months pregnant, come to the bar just as Jack saying this to her. And he's like, you're not bringing I said,
I reposted a thing of they would change crews on the freaking bar top at the thing where the people put their food and money and stuff, and he's changing baby. And I was like, look, that's not okay.
No, remember the bathrooms? Remember the bathrooms that have the stall that has the changing table?
Yeah.
And we've done on those fucking tables.
Yeah. That's disgusting.
Why would you? Yeah, she's gonna bring her baby to the bar. So yeah, she's like, no, our baby comes first. No, bitch, the fucking bar's here. The baby comes second. The bar's already here. He already chose the bar over his second child.
Yeah.
But Cruz does need their attention because Cruz has regret or whatever it's called. So Jax needs to stop yelling at her for drinking because I know he's doing cocaine. I'm almost positive Katie and they all basically said it. He looks like it. He's redder than fucking goddamn Louis gets.
Oh my God. He gets so red and the vein pops out and
high
he
blood
gets really
pressure.
upset and everything is said like this.
And he's like very
either roid rage or
he gets cocaine.
About grade B cocaine.
Yeah, he gets a hangover from cocaine and he's mean to Brittany. That's what happens. He's like wakes up and he's like he does he's so mean to her. He's like, shh, be quiet. Like, and literally she is his punching bag. It's crazy. They've only had sex twice.
Yeah, he's not attracted to her anymore.
No,
did she have a vaginal birth?
I don't know, but like,
because sometimes I have this running theory that men always want a baby, and then as soon as they see a watermelon come out the thing that they're supposed to put their little thing in, they get really upset, like they're never going to be able to fill that hole again, and start treating the mom like shit and go get a side chick whose hole they know didn't have a watermelon in it, and then they feel like they're man again, and I really am getting this hole, and they don't know that they all stretch and stretch back. I feel like it's a real
problem. I never had one. But like I'm still good. Like I feel like my husband says, "No, I'm not good." I'm saying it's still I'm good. I'm tight. Like it's still.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm tight too. I had 2 cesareans, so
I know.
Yeah.
So do you think like it doesn't actually really go back to that? Because she would probably.
I don't know, but if you look at history, just think of all your friends that the guy was, oh my God, I want a baby, and then as soon as the baby comes out vaginally,
Kelly had 12. She just had another one. 12.
Oh my God,
Kel. I don't want to say it, but oh my God, I gotta tell you a story, but I'm gonna say it on here. But I never, I don't know. One time while we were sitting around and we were like, let's see each other's boobs and see each other's, you know what, right? And we showed them, and I got yours is pretty, Kristen. And then my friend Sarah was like, and we were like, and we couldn't show our faces. Yeah. But if you watch the roast of Tom Brady, what they said about Kim Kardashian.
Oh, the whale vagina.
Yeah, and like and basically looks like somebody's face, like roast. And we were all like, "That's your," and like we were like, "Oh yeah, it's pretty." I've never had.
It was huge, huh? It was huge. You said it's pretty. It said it's pretty. It's pretty. It's pretty. It's pretty.
And I feel like it was like hanging. Like it was hanging. Roast beef was hanging.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. So I used to work in senior housing and I used to work with a lot of seniors. And there was this lady who had like 10 kids. And then one day she called the office and she needed me to come help her. She couldn't get out of the bathroom. And I get to the bathroom and her hoo-ha was her hoo-ha lips were mid-thigh, you guys. Mid-thigh. I'm
God. And I
touched the water.
My grandmom, she told me that she had to get it. She got a thing done. She got a vaginal when she was like 60. She said because it fell out. She's like, I had to get it sewn back in there.
Yeah,
Mama. She's not hearing about my mother. She was hilarious, dude. oh my God, I had to kind of take care of her the last day she passed away. So
Uh-huh.
like wipe her, and I was like, "Damn, grandma!" I'm like, I was like, she really did get it, like because then my pop died, so she didn't have
Yeah.
sex. But like, that was fucking hilarious. I thought I said, "You did what?" She had a mastectomy, and she's like, "Suck it." She's like, "Yeah, the mastectomy." She's like, "Have them tighten it up down there. If I'm not gonna have it, I'm up here." And I was like, "Come on, mom."
That's hilarious. Well,
Yeah,
I hear that on some births, though, if you have the right kind of insurance, they'll give you an extra stitch to make it tight again.
yeah, I
Yeah.
heard that. Yeah, I don't think I could. I've said this before. I don't know what it is that I don't have the urge. Like I didn't have kids because of my mental health and because of my addiction. I didn't want to pass it on, but I also don't have the urge to have kids either.
Mm-hmm.
No mom, except for my plants and my cats and my birds.
Yeah.
It's for the, you know what
Like
I
you're
mean?
you're definitely a fur mommy.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Like I
Yeah.
have them, I 3 outside, 4 inside, and the birds, and it's like, but I can't even. And I love Marine's kids. I'm baby daddy. I've been baby daddy.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like, she knows I got a 2-hour window. She's like, she started, I start to, I can't, I just don't have it in me to have, like, I don't know. And I just lately have wanted to find out why, like what would happen in my past life because I know it has to do with my past life, or I'm just an alien.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to create any harm. They say that they're what the theory is with star seeds that when they did my thing, this is literally my first incarnation on Earth. So, but I didn't want to create extra karma for myself because I'm not really from here, which is that's what they say. But I don't. I mean, I can get digressed and find out. But it makes sense. A lot of the things they say, like me not being from originally from here, makes sense because I just feel off and awkward and weird, and I'm not a real adult. I
Yeah.
literally am like, I can't even like buy a plane ticket and get on a plane and go get a room tour. Like I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't know how. I would feel like, where's my mom? Like, where's
Yeah.
my dad? Like, I need somebody to do this for me. Like, I can't travel by myself. Like, I'm a child. I could never stay here by myself and get a job and pay bills. And like, it's like being a real adult. Like, I just don't know how. Like, my
Yeah.
whole life I lived with my mom and dad. The money that I made, a lot of money, half not good and half good. You know what I mean? So I couldn't really show my whole. So I was used to just being like hustle, 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 and then I had to like be an real adult. Thank God I met my fucking husband because I'd be living in my parents. I would probably be like either dead if I didn't meet him or living on my parents' couch with my sister because we were never taught to do things like my parents were always like we had one bad, but you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
because my dad was my friend, not my fucking dad.
Right.
Like we both got sober at the same time, and then he's okay over there having a real life, and I'm over here struggling trying to be an adult finally. And it's like I don't know how I got on the subject, but like no, I don't feel like a real adult. Like I don't, and I just it's weird. Like I just and having kids, and I really like with Ariana, I see her say like even like a lot of the girls now they don't even want them either, and I'm like, well, I wonder what is there something happening? Did they give us some kind of like? I feel like maybe we were like, did they drug us when we were kids, like with chemtrails that make us not want to procreate? You know what I mean? Like I feel like because there's a lot of like
Yeah.
about
A
them
lot
like
of people that are
fluoride,
not procreating.
and they don't want to or they
Right.
can't. Mhm.
Well, you
And then
know, in North Korea, is it North Korea
yes,
that they're
somewhere
doing that
too.
movement where the ladies won't have sex, or is it South Korea? One of the Koreas,
Yeah,
the
something.
women are doing a 4B movement where they don't
They're
won't be
not
your
sex-
wife, your girlfriend, your lover, or no, they're not giving up
Uh-uh.
nothing that might make them procreate. They were like, our race can die out
Yep.
before we make another one of these fools because the men are so toxic.
Wow. I know, and I think there's another one. There's another country where there's a law like you're only allowed to have two or something
Right.
like you have
Yes.
to or you're not something like. I was like, whoa. I know that it looks like we have it all, like we have it way better here, but they don't realize what's really happening. Like we're getting fucked in front of our faces hard. Like we are kind of. I mean, our government. I'm not gonna. I should stop talking about this now, but anyway,
Well,
it's like a
I
bad trade
I
off.
resonate with what you're saying as far as what you were about to say. Yep,
Yeah.
yep, I feel you.
It's like, wow, like, okay, is that the trade-off then? We got to live a pretty decent, pretty decent lives. For the most part, but then in the trade-off is like they're trying to literally unalive us because it's like, get them here, you know what I mean? Like, too many people, we eat too much, we're gorgers, we eat too much, we do this, we do that. And it's like we
Right.
can control large mass of people. You can only control small, you know what I mean? We can
Well,
over
yeah, because like other countries don't have chemtrails. Other
right.
company
Yeah.
countries don't let the
Large.
dyes in the food, the chemicals in the food. They don't even
Yes.
sell the same type of food that they sell to
I
us.
am not
And
lying
you're
to you.
completely right.
When I
I feel
start
like
to,
in
yes,
America, I'm doing first world in air quotes, but
yes,
it's like, how can a country that's not first world, air quotes,
yes,
care more about the ingredients in their food for everybody than a first world country, air quotes, that puts poison in that shit? Like, I'm
yes,
like, okay.
yes. What about me looking at everything? I look at McDonald's, like they like for something up with McDonald's, they did all kinds of shit to like like nothing, everything was either for money or control. And it's like, I don't trust anything. I don't trust McDonald's. I don't trust Disneyland. It's like, like I know about porn. And it's like, wow. And like and even it's like the presidents aren't even, some of them don't even know. It's because the military industrial complex runs our world. They run
Oh,
everything.
yep. The military industrial complex. Say
It
it
doesn't
again for the
matter.
people in the back, girl.
This is so controversial, but your vote doesn't count. And I don't vote. So I'm just saying it doesn't.
Yeah, that's all just, I've,
And I feel
okay.
like there's a book that came out, which is very top. It's like not even the surface, it's like surface level conspiracy, but it's called Everything We Were Taught Was a Lie.
Yeah.
I said I would pull my kids out of school. Like I couldn't
Well,
read.
look, that's been a book in Black people's household for
Oh,
400 years.
oh, they can't. Okay. I mean, I know. It's crazy because that movie, what's that movie that's coming out right now? Oh God. What's it
Which
called?
one?
Um, about superheroes. Black people are superheroes that like they were saving our lives or something. Oh my God, what's it called? It's a superhero one. Oh my God.
Is it a Marvel movie?
I don't think so. Oh my God, I can't remember. I gotta look
Is
it
it
up.
about regular people getting their superpower downloads?
I think so.
Ooh, I like those kind of movies.
Yeah, but I thought it was. I gotta look it up. I don't wanna say it the wrong way. But I'll have to send it to you. But I'm really bad with names, movies, and everything. But anyway, the movie that just came out that was said it was called it was about multiple universes, and the lady had all her different lives that she could have lived. She was going through them. And it was
Hmm.
like she saved the world or something. And then this movie, the black guy saves the world, and he's like, "Oh, you didn't know we are the ones that save everybody," something like that. Oh my God, what's it called? I don't
Well,
know.
text me when you find it later. That
And
sounds
like,
intriguing.
and secretly, like it's like black people are literally like the superheroes, and it's like, "Oh, you guys didn't know." It's like,
Mm-hmm.
anyway, I got it. And I'm like, "Wow, that's a fucking movie," and it might be a true story. I don't know.
Might be a true story. Look, I need to see it
So bad.
now.
I just feel like I really need to open up a book sometimes. Like. I go back and because I don't trust all the history that we've learned. I feel like everything was a lie. I'm trying to relearn it, and I like listen. When I started like becoming spiritual and realizing I had, I like to learn. So I call Earth School. That's all I do. If I'm not looking at reality TV, I'm watching spiritual stuff. I'm learning about, relearning history, what happened, the
Yeah.
cosmic, all that.
Can you still hear me? Am I still here?
Yeah, people are
Okay.
probably talking off, but we end up in this conversation a lot. But I like talking about this stuff with you because you don't think I'm absolutely crazy. But it's the crazy thing is we got brainwashed by things we were told in school. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy. We've been told the same thing since the day we were born, and we've been told to go here, come here, live at this time, play at this time. I'll give you this amount of money, and then you spend your whole life trying to get the American dream, which was all bullshit anyway. Because we see all these people now, these like new money people that lose their money. Money is not really real.
Mm-hmm.
Old money still runs the world. Like unfortunately, what's his name? That marries the Hilton, Nikki Hilton married a Rothschild.
Oh yeah.
Right now, I feel like right now the light has actually won, and the dark is just the spiritual war is now just they've left and all left their people to flounder, which because I don't care. And
Mm-hmm.
like Cat Williams said, even the devil can grant blessings for his people. So you did
Yeah.
his work. Like now you guys are just on your own. And now the MK Ultra, all that's all they're all floundering. Look at Justin. That Justin thinks he's having a kid. He first girlfriend, wife is pregnant. When this motherfucker's out here with tears on his eyes, he's like dead center in the middle of the Disney thing, and now he's having a baby.
Right.
And it's a sacrifice because look at them. Brittany can't perform, Justin can't perform, Amanda Bynes can't. None of these people that were sisters can perform now. They're all mush brains, almost brains.
Yep.
And you want to tell me that Cat Williams is lying when this stuff
Exactly.
it's all he said 2024 you'll see he is not fucking lying. And not only that, the UFO sightings are outrageous. Everybody's getting used to look at the eclipse thing. There was so many. It was like, and I thought maybe like I thought 2024 was definitely going to be the year of more disclosure because I'm on the most
Mhm.
benevolent timeline possible. I'm on the most benevolent timeline possible. Most benevolent timeline possible. Me and my friends.
Most benevolent timeline possible. Yep.
Yes, we're on the most, and I say that all the time because I easily get when I get sucked into Jersey, I go down. my
Yeah.
my vibration lowers, but like even now, I've been seeing shit, dude. I've been seeing weird shit. Look, guys, I sit here sometimes and I have to get up because I see people peeking and shit. It's getting thin. The veil's getting thinner, and I'm everything's being weird. Like I eat weird shit now. Like I'm not eating the same. I
Mm-hmm.
I've gained weight, which is weird. I was really skinny and I'm like gaining weight again. Like I don't have an appetite for food. I eat candy and I eat sugar and fucking potato chips. I
Hmm.
know I'm getting menopause. I'm probably going through menopause, but
Yeah, a lot of things are different.
my plant, I'm Snow fucking White. My plants are growing and larger. You
Hmm.
should see my goddamn. They last year they had to be 20 feet. They look like palm trees.
Yeah.
Okay, now they're growing back from last year. Every year, every night they're like an inch taller. I've been taking
Wow.
pictures. I've been taking pictures and sending them to Terry. I'm shocked, but it does happen to me every year. All of my plants are growing back. I'm like, babe, Snow fucking White. And now my
Amazing.
squirrels run right up to me. They come right up to me, and they wait for me to feed their asses. So
Uh-huh.
I'm buying peanuts, birdseed, and cat food because I got 3 outside cats now that I'm feeding, and about 1,000 birds and squirrels. And the one squirrel, he's like fucks with him and my cat. They run around the yard together. They're like friends, and he runs right into me, runs up right up to me. And now I can't film him because he gets scared when I pick up my phone. So I had to turn. I turned the security camera around in the yard. So now I'm hoping I can get him on camera, me feeding him because he feeds. I tell him, give me some fucking peanuts because I go and I'll get the peanuts out of his thing and I'll
Yeah.
eat them. And he like watches me. So then I started handing them to him. And then I'm waiting for him to bring me one now. I know, I'm telling you, like, I don't have the maternal instinct for people. My friends probably, I love my friends, but like, even when they come over to hang out, I get very, like, I just don't, I used to be so codependent. When I met my husband, I was codependent on my parents. I was codependent on my friends. I couldn't be by myself. He would go to work. I'd wake up, get ready and leave. And I would go do fuck up shit all day. Me and my girlfriend would hustle, me and M all day long. The
Yeah.
girl, M from the show. And like we were doing bad shit. And then I was so codependent on her. Like I couldn't go a day without hanging out with her and my husband. And then
Mhm.
slowly when I wanted to get better and stop doing things, I thought I was just like, cutting people out and I had to do it. It was going to be hard. But the people I cut out were still fucking around and I just couldn't do it. I could fuck up all by myself. And I'm
Right.
not, I said to everybody, look, the people that I kicked out of my goddamn house at my wedding, because I gave, and I said, please don't get fucked up at my wedding. Give me one day, 6 bridesmaids, please. Don't need anybody, certain people here, no drug dealing, no getting fucked up. And what did they do? They were motherfucking wrecked at my wedding, walking down the aisle, fucking meeting drug dealers in the bathroom. My sister's passing out. I got X's all over their fucking heads in my wedding picture. I have it over here somewhere. But that's the thing. And I said, look, fucking get out of my house. I told all their shit. Get the fuck out. Four of them I have not ever spoken to again. And one of them is my sister. She's out in the streets. She's a whole mess. I don't know where she's alive, dead. I don't know where the fuck she's at. We don't. I couldn't even tell you. She's dead to me. And then one of the other 3 were my best friends, and they've stole, robbed, and I've had to cut them out. Whitney's cracked them, fucking Desiree keeps calling every goddamn day. She's homeless. I can't help you. You did cocaine hard about 3 months ago, and I don't know how you misinterpret me saying, don't bring drugs to my fucking house. Don't drop drugs.
Right.
I have kids and animals that come here. Okay, I have animals. And I have a husband for fuck's sake. And we didn't even when we were dealing, doing, and buying, we weren't doing it here. Bitches, are you stupid? So I find out I'm here podcasting, and this bitch is out in my fucking gazebo getting high after years of not talking to her over this shit. And now you want to know why I don't talk to you again? Because you misunderstood what the fuck I said. How'd you misunderstand me saying, do not bring cocaine to my house? I don't do drugs here, neither fuck do you. It's not my life anymore. But I love you. I'm sorry. I cried when I saw her. But like you would think if you wanted to really care about me and you want to be my friend again, you would come to the podcast when I'm live 3 days a week. You would say hello. You would support it. You would share it. You know that's how you get to my heart by giving a fuck about what I'm doing. But nobody gives a fuck. They don't give a fuck about what I'm doing. What they give a fuck about is who knows what the fuck you want to be friends with me again for. Friends for 20 years. We were fucked up. We were best friends. I can't have you in my life anymore. I keep bringing it back every time you fuck me over, you fuck up, and you have no respect for my marriage or my sobriety. And if I get fucked up, I blame you. If I look, I tried to go find this bitch one day a couple years ago. I go to Camden. I almost get fucked up. I was like, I almost did fucking drugs. I said, get me the fuck out of here. Camden's a 5-minute walk from here. So you know how it is. People but coming back from Camden, everybody's fucking either passing out or ODing by the time they get to the city. So it's like you got ODs everywhere. But my friends literally walk here and do drugs here, and it's like we're 45. I fucking got rid of you 7, 8 years ago. When I got married in 2016. That's a long fucking time.
Yeah.
M is the only one who I have not physically does not live that far. I've not physically recognized the train. I said that thing is not on the same timeline. And all you people that I came back in my life to the drugs, this was my way of closing those contracts up. Is soul contract that you are antagonizing my. I love you, but I can't be like I can't. That's not my life anymore. My husband doesn't want drugs here. It revolves around that and the people and the shit that it brings around. We've had shit stolen from us. We've had our gun robbed last year. My sister's husband robbed our gun last year. Literally, I was paying him to take things that like big heavy things out of my house because I had things I had like I couldn't move a fucking dryer. Well, I had something hidden. I had it. It was legal. I had it hidden in the back room, in the mud rooms. I know where all my weapons are in my house because I'm by myself after 3:15 in the morning. Okay, so I have weapons everywhere. This motherfucker had a 5-minute window by himself. Within 5 minutes, this fucking asshole found my gun in the closet. He was taking out the thing and stole it from me. And I have 19 cameras. Not really. I have 8, but he's on camera. Like, and my husband's like, I have to fucking go. I'm not one to do the cops. I don't go like I go. I'm not. I don't like cops, so I don't. But my husband has to do things the right way because it was a stolen gun that was registered to him. So he's going to fucking sell it to a pagan. We had to report it. I don't want to do that. But like that's the thing. This was only a year, maybe a year and a half ago. Maybe I think it was last summer. That's the shit I'm talking about. I let somebody that close to me again in my life, and I got fucked over again. That is something my poor husband does not deserve. Somebody else took $1,500 and like I would use our insurance as our card. The card they put money on HSA card and was swiping it for people's subscriptions. We got caught doing that. That happened. And then my friend just stole $3,000 from me after I was giving her money anyway, using my list. So it's like, what the fuck? So, and then Whitney's cracked in that whole thing. I literally was like, it was hard for years. I spent years being very upset about this because my sister's a sociopath. She's like, how can you just cut people off and not care about them anymore? I didn't just do it for one thing. It was years and like, robbing me, like stealing my husband's wallet. My own fucking sister, the day my wedding, stole my husband's wallet. Because I kicked her out for fucking doing. I said, look, you've been fucking doing cocaine for 3 days. Can you guys get up and get a job now? The two of you got to get the fuck up now. You're letting you stay here. Drugs are done now. Now we got to go to work. They didn't do that. So as they leave, they steal my husband's wallet. No, that killed me. A month ago, you had a key to my house. We were together every day for 20 years. So no, I'm not going to have you back in my life. And then now, and then they all try to recreate history when this came about. So yeah, I told my story and I said my truth and what really happened. I don't sit there and blame anybody for anything until after I broke up, after we all broke up. And then you still talk shit and you still do things and you still say things and try to recreate history and you this and that. And I'm like, shut the fuck, just shut up. Just go away. Go away. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone. And they never could do it. And I would lose my mind. M used to trigger me bad when I was first. I used to, oh my God.
I bet.
Oh my God. I would like with Adam. Oh my God. Adam's like, you're the bitter Betty. Because I would say the bitter Betty club, fucking, we with Teresa, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you're the one who's fucking bitter. And I'm like, you know what? I didn't want to be on the show. That bitch didn't deserve to be on it either. Did you see her picking her face all messed the fuck out? Like, get out of here, bitch. What the fuck? You're a scumbag. It was me $10,000. How about that? Your husband said, Joe Gorga owes me 10 grand. Motherfucker, we worked at a mortgage company. He owned it. We got, in 2008 happened. And everybody committed mortgage fraud, including me. The motherfucker, when he closed up the shop and didn't pay me for my loans, that was the loans that closed up $10,000. So technically, you owe us money. So fuck you.
Wow.
And I can't talk about it because she thinks me cease and desist.
Oh my God, and not a fucking cease and desist.
Their name,
A cease and desist usually means you're telling the truth, but they just don't want people to know.
I mean, yeah, I probably shouldn't have talked shit on her, but again, I was pissed that she was even like thinking that she could. I don't know. I can't. I've forgiven her. So when I had to do the whole like soul thing, retrieval contract, I had to do like soul cord cutting or something. I did it. I'm telling you, I'm not angry anymore at her. I don't really even feel anger. I feel nothing towards her, really. I don't anger that I used to have before used to make me cry. Like I would sit here and cry with like to Aaron, and I would repeat myself like, I don't know, what are you doing? Why is she so like, and now I just like, and it's funny. My whole thing is I've never run into her. and we live very close to each other. She's around my family. I forget. I talk to my sisters. I stopped talking to her over this. And I'm like, why would you talk to people that fuck me over? I'm telling you, I'm asking you not to. So she would infiltrate my lifestyle, and we'd never get away from her. And then finally, I did court hunting, and that pattern stopped. Because there'll be
Yeah.
like a pattern of every 6 months she would show up with my sister, my other sister on the show. And then this or that. And I'm like, oh my God, it's a life lesson. So I had to literally do that. Like in my head, like it was weird. It was, and I'm like, oh yeah, that worked. I'm not really as angry anymore. Now I'm angry at Teresa. Now I've moved on to Louie. No. Like my sister's like, you always have somebody that you're like fucking like. I said, Shannon, this is like, no, I don't get paid to do this. I'm very passionate. When I put my device down, I don't give a flying fuck. I mean, I'm talking about it and voicing my opinion. It's my Jersey way of speaking. If you would come on the show, you would see that I'm smiling when I'm telling Louis what a fucking weirdo he is. And pointing out,
We're allergic to lobster. We're allergic to shellfish. Damn it.
Why can't I point things out that don't make sense? Am I not allowed to do that? Like, I think I've earned that right after 15 years of being emotionally invested in these shows to point things out that I find fucked up and not making sense.
I agree.
So it's like, why do I have to be so crazy? We did have some solar flares. We had a couple big ones, but they've been sending us like, so what they did. Okay, so do you guys even want to talk about this? I want to tell
the
you
solar flares or the Schumann resonance.
Yeah, well, the Galactic Federation has so they chat somebody that I know is a really good psychic. Her name's Liz. So she talks to the Galactic Federation. What they did was, so the solar flares that were the big thing that was supposed to hit us, that was supposed to, take us out or, make us like, wake back up again and be like, oh, we don't need the government. That big thing where they don't want to destroy Earth. So what they did was they put this net thing, I guess, in dimensional way, this net that takes some of the heat away from the whatever the power of the solar flare. So the stuff that comes off of the flare, I forget what it's called, the particles, they don't hit us as hard. And we don't get like, we've already shifted, our Earth has shifted already the way it was supposed to. And they said that was going to cause, for everybody to flood out, and we're gonna have a new Earth, like they did with like Atlantis and stuff. That didn't happen. So they're like, basically, to start over is not gonna. It's gonna take too long because we're like finally like humanity is evolving, and that's what's supposed to happen. Like the next big thing is like free energy and med beds and stuff like that. But anyway, with the solar flares. So the Galactic Federation, his name's Kinetic. He's part of the security part there. He's a really cool looking like mantis being. But anyway, there's like a net in front of the sun, so there's not that much damage that goes through. So the solar flares are hitting us, but they're like little at a time. So we're getting the upgrade. We're getting the good protons that are in the air. It's coming from Alcyon, like that's going to get rid of the heaviness, like the veil and stuff. But because of like what was supposed to happen, the solar flares, they're not going to take our communication stuff, because they also have a net and they have a fan type thing that blows the heat and stuff away, so we don't get hit with so much of it. Because a lot of I watched it, and the Schumann resonance, you're right, every time that goes up, you're right, that's the actual vibration, and you can see it, physically see what I'm talking about. The tangible evidence is the Schumann resonance is much higher than it always was before. And there's a channel, Mr. MBB3 on YouTube. Every day he shows you the Schumann resonance, he shows you the solar flares, he has all kinds of like he was used to be a weather person, but he doesn't get into the spiritual stuff, but he talks about like that stuff. And then, yeah, I know about it. Then when I heard about it, that's why I went to my friend Liz, who talks to the Galactic Federation. I can actually send you the link, and she talks about it. And she channels through there, and she goes up there on her consciousness. And I've been listening to her for years, and everything they've ever said was true, has come through.
Well, the solar flares are really trippy. I like
I love it.
I read about them, and that particles that you were talking about, those particles actually pass through they don't just come to the Earth. They like pass through all the layers of the Earth and go out the other side. And I had like I kind of feel like those particles are they're like aliens. It's like alien particle beings, and that's why they can attach themselves to some people, and then they pass through some people, and then other people it can overcome them. And people feel like during the big solar flares, like you can get sick, and because those particles can make certain people sick.
That's why I think there's people that are unaliving themselves and like so like, when I understand, that's what I heard. Like they're from Alcyon, and Alcyon's. I'm from planet Alcyon originally, and I guess we all are. But I came there after somewhere else. But anyway, so those protons are actually what's like you said, like it's piercing everything and it's raising our vibration. And some people just aren't ready yet. So if
Right.
they're not ready, it doesn't. It's kind of sad, but like they have another chance. They'll be able to come here. They'll go to another planet where the vibration, so they can get work through their 3D, whatever is making them handle it. And it's not their fault. They're not ready to wake up. They don't. It's not their fault. They're just not ready yet.
Right. It's about
It looks kind of scary though. It is
mhm.
scary. And I
Yeah.
get very like I'll get very like psychotic a little bit, and I get myself scared. I'm like, oh God, no, Krista, raise your vibration.
Raise your husband's been talking about that a lot. It's because it's all a frequency too.
I was
And I feel
homicidal.
like
I was like homicidal rageaholic like about 2 weeks ago, and it was
yeah,
like I was like Krista, Jesus fucking Christ,
like out of control. Yeah.
yes, I wanted to kill my sister.
That's when our frequencies get inundated with other stuff, since we're
Yeah,
like and you know how water have you ever seen those Instagrams where they like do a certain frequency and the water makes a pattern or the
yes,
sand makes a pattern? And then what are we? We're 98% water, duh. So all
yes,
these freaking frequencies bouncing around, and these devices and stuff are
I
changing
know.
our frequencies and altering our natural states constantly, to the
Yes,
point where we're not who we really are, because we're so altered. And when we come
yes,
back to ourselves, that's
yes,
when we start feeling the way that like how you were able to
yes,
recognize, oh, I'm feeling psychotic, like
yes,
that's coming back to yourself, you know what I mean?
yes.
But other
I had
people get
yes,
caught up in it and use the psychosis in a negative way and end up the devil's bitch.
yes. And like Cat Williams said, the devil's not going to grant you any blessings.
Mm-mm,
Like, you could do his work, but you're not going to be, like he's not going to save you in the end because he's only
mm-mm.
trying to help you learn your life lesson.
Oh my
Like,
God, the devil never saves anybody. If you sign your name
no,
on a
no,
contract to become the most famous person with the
city,
devil, then you will become the most famous person and end up dying
yes,
with no teeth and no fans. It's like a
yes.
fugazi.
Yeah, look at Madonna. She's trying so hard. I don't even want to get into all
Mhm.
that. Like, I feel like we're seeing it. We're seeing it in Hollywood right now because people are starting to not care about celebrity now. All the fandom is with people like us and
Mhm.
like TikTokers and like people that aren't,
Like
we're just
regular people are the
yes,
real stars, right?
yes, we're looking up, and then we can run the country. I was not a TikTok fan, right? But there's a couple YouTubers that will show us TikToks, the most interesting. And I'm proud of a generation that's younger than me. They know, like they're going into the spiritual, they're going into the old texts and the old like the tablets and like the history, and they're like, check this out, and they're doing like these. I'm like, wow, and they're younger than me, and that makes me feel
Yeah,
so proud. And
it's
my sister,
amazing.
she'll tell me and go, I learned this about because I'm like, oh, she's not going to learn shit unless she watches YouTube, but she's never going to wake up. And she'll call me and go, and she'll say stuff, and I'm like, oh my god. She's like, Krista, because I one day like I went into the whole thing, and she's like, how do you know all that? How long did it take you to learn this? I say, Chris, I was stupid in school, but the second I start to learn about the like history, I eat it like I love it and I like remember it and I'm like, oh my god, I'm really actually smart. I thought I was street smart, not book smart. I thought I was like dumb, broken. I was only street
It
smart.
just has to be a subject that you resonate with. You're not dumb at
It was
all.
I'm like large. Yeah, I'm still. It's been I don't know 4 years now since 20. I was like January 16th, 2020. Something happened. I was watching something and I woke. It was like oh my god, and I can't even tell you. This feeling's hard to describe. But anyway, I guess it's waking up. But like I literally since then I can't get enough of this information. Like I went through all Gaia's shows. I binged every single one. I learned everything there was. And I was like, now I got to learn about the cosmic thing. I get readings, and I'm like, wow, my life never made sense until now. Until then. And it's the truth. Like, and if it's all just my head and I'm crazy and it's not all true, then oh well. But like for me, to me, now I can live and like understand myself and like I resonate with my feelings instead of covering them up with medication.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I was on lithium. They told me I was crazy. I was bipolar. I'm BPD, bipolar, schizoaffective, manic, OCD, all of them. This is literally diagnoses they gave me in hospitals. And
Wow.
and by all symptoms, yes, I'm all of them things. But they don't tell you what it is spirituality is it's just I'm not resonating with earth. Like I'm not, it's my first time here. So like my feelings are weird. Like I don't like it's hard for me to like really I'm very like emotional. You know what I mean? Like I go from 0 to 10 and I don't know how to regulate that. But it's like, it's just they said it's just part of being a star seed. it's just really hard for me to be here. It's hard for me to, and I love it here. And I love life, and I love
Mhm.
my plants. I love my pets. I love life now, and I hated. I didn't love life until just recently.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You know, but anyway, not enough
Well,
about
I'm
me.
glad you love life, and I'm glad
I
that
do,
you're
but like
for me
now
to
I'm
love
like,
you. I love you.
I feel like I'm walking around going, yeah, have you heard the news? Have you heard the great news? Like, have you heard the good news? You know what I mean? But I at the very beginning, I was like, guys, guess what? There's really an afterlife. I learned to like stop saying all that shit. And then like, I've seen dead people before. So that's like I feel like I the whole thing with being alone is I like even with my friends,
You and Kendrick
if they wanna
Lamar.
hang out, I don't want to. They'll always
I
like
said,
come over. I'm like, why did I ask them to come over? I
you
have
said
a
you see dead people. I said you and Kendrick Lamar.
does he really?
Oh, that's how that rap started. In the rap
No,
beat,
no,
he's
I
like,
didn't know. I
I
was
see
trying to
dead
listen to
people.
oh, really? Because what's his name? Wiley talks too fast. I was trying to understand. He was so like, I was like,
Oh, I had sped him up. I'm sorry. Yeah, I had put
is
him
that
on
why?
speed
Oh
and a
my
half.
god! I thought he talked like that. I was like, I
No,
gotta
no, 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 no. I had
brain
sped him up because he was
my
taking too
brain
long.
is
He was long. And look, because to me, I thought that
you
almost
do.
sounded like a normal conversation. He takes a long time to talk.
Can you tell me like what was it? Like what happened? Kendrick Lamar
So
said what?
basically, Kendrick Lamar was put on by Drake. Drake
On okay,
decided that Kendrick Lamar was beholden to him, but
okay,
then Kendrick Lamar dropped a record that said that Drake was named in the record as a good rapper, but he also said that he was going to take rap from Drake because all Kendrick does is rap. Whereas Drake decides to be a rapper and a pop star and a this and a that, right?
valid, yeah,
So he was like, I'm going to take rap from Drake. So everybody else in the industry was like, oh, that's a great song to be named in. It means you're one of the greats. But
yeah.
Drake got his panties in a bunch and he's like, why you say you're going to take rap from me? You're not my friend anymore. So then he went on a smear campaign against Kendrick Lamar. And then now 10 years later,
Yeah. 10 years later.
Drake woke up about 9 days ago and dropped,
Oh,
what is it called? Family Matters or something he
ah,
dropped. And that song was dissing Kendrick Lamar really bad. And he AI'd voices of Tupac and Snoop Dogg to diss Kendrick Lamar.
no,
And I'm like, look, aren't
wow.
artists currently like
I really
really
was.
upset that their images and voices are being used without their consent? So he
Okay.
literally took Snoop Dogg's voice and made it diss Kendrick. And you know
Wow.
Kendrick, Tupac, and Snoop Dogg are all from the West Coast. So that was
Yes.
very disrespectful to have his West Coast voices disrespect Tupac. So
Yeah.
then, because all this stuff has been happening since 2014, and
Mm,
because Kendrick Lamar is a rapper aficionado and
yes.
stays ready so he don't have to get ready, he was
Yes.
able to pop off his return diss tracks one after, like for one song that Drake would do, Kendrick would do two disses. And then Drake would finally drop another one, and Kendrick would drop two disses in the same moment. And then Drake dropped one more, so Kendrick got six in, and Drake
Yeah.
only got three
This is
off.
just recently. This is recent.
And it all culminated with their boss, Universal Music Group,
Who's in
going
trouble?
to Kendrick and saying, "Can you stop? Can you stop? Can you stop?" Because the stuff that he's saying about Drake
Yeah.
is so detrimental, with him being an alleged pedo, an
And
alleged
like his
likes of young
nose
girls, and
job.
alleged all this other stuff.
They say like he's a whole
Um,
different person or something. Like
yeah, like
yes.
he's a full-on weirdo. And
Yeah.
they're like, it's
It's
not good for the brand. Can you stop? So now we haven't had
oh wow.
any more songs since their boss, Universal Music Group, who Drake went to try to have them stop.
Recently.
Yeah, so Drake started it, got ate
Oh
up, and then went to his boss and was like, "Can you make him stop? Can you make him
my
stop?"
god.
Yeah.
Do we know why? Why did his interview with that girl that was that podcaster chick get fucking swiped from the internet? He did an interview with that chick that got real popular, and they were in her bed, Drake. He's a wacko. It was a pretty funny. She's a pretty funny chick. She made it somehow, and she interviewed Drake, and everybody made a big deal out of it, and then it got fucking.
Because that's part of the legend of Drake, is that stuff disappears, stuff
It was
comes up
crazy.
missing,
We
you
thought
can't
it was
find it again. Yeah, that's called the whole part of the urban legend of messing with that fool, is that he's
yeah, she
protected.
never talked about it. She went on to do interviews with big people. Never anything like she went to his concert that night. I forget her name. She's really funny, but like She plays this weird character when she interviews people. But Drake and they
Oh, you mean that white girl that kind of
little blonde white girl.
Yeah, Billy.
What's her name?
Her name Billy, and she even interviewed Q Quest,
yes,
who's
all of
Cardi
them.
B's husband.
Yes,
and
all
it
of
was
them.
really funny. Yeah, so I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I
she
think her
did all
name is
those interviews.
Billy.
Yeah,
I think
Drake's got wipes. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go look for that. So he did an interview with her. That was weird, huh?
In his bed. They were in a bed.
Oh, that's not okay.
And then and people were like, "Oh, they hooked up, but she's married." And they thought she was a plant, but she did interview like with Maverick's coach, like that guy. I forget his name. God, I'm so bad with names. He does that. What's it called? Shark Tank guy. Oh my God, Maverick's. Yeah, but she did Juice right before that. Was it Juice World? Right before that happened to him. Yeah, she did a lot, and like she's so funny, and I'm like, wow, she does. But like, I'm like, she's got to be a plant because she just went right.
It's just a character. At first, when I first saw her with the Offset, that's who it was. Was that Offset?
Yes.
Yeah. So I saw the Offset interview, and that was hilarious. I was like, she is hilarious, but he got her though. But yeah, it's just a character she plays.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and find the one in the bed.
Yeah,
though,
she's
if I
like,
can.
she's like she don't give a fuck character. Like, I don't care if you're a rapper. What do you mean? What the fuck do you mean? And it's like funny, but like, I wonder why theirs got. It was so hilarious, and it got wiped. And we're like, oh, they must be doing a collab with something, so they're just trying to like, make us all, oh my god, what happened to the interview because it was like number one, blah, blah. And then nobody ever talked about it. We never found out why. It was just his. She kept on doing them. He kept on doing his thing, and like maybe they did hook up.
Maybe I'm gonna have to go check it out. I don't know.
I said to you, who's Aubrey Graham? I didn't know what.
Yeah, that was funny. Yesterday, you guys, I was doing a thing,
like,
and the guy said Aubrey Graham, and Kristen was like, "Who's Aubrey Graham?" I said, "That's Drake's real government name is Aubrey."
I might have never forgot.
Aubrey. No wonder he changed it to Drake. No wonder he's freaking weird. Have you ever met a not weird Aubrey?
No, that's the whitest name I've ever heard. Aubrey.
Yeah, well, he was raised by his mom.
He's a good-looking man. I mean,
he's a good-looking guy. Then, oh yeah, and then he had a BBL, you guys.
Yes, a big butt lift.
Yeah, he had a BBL, and so one of his other nemesis made a song called BBL Drizzy.
Oh
it's hilarious.
Drake. I thought Drake. Is it because of ASAP Rocky, or wasn't he get with Rihanna or something?
Oh, okay. So that all gets addressed in the song. If you guys get to go look at Not Like Us.
You guys are good. You and your husband. I was like, oh.
Kendrick took the copyright off, so you can even play it right now, and you won't get a copyright strike. So, but in the song, he addresses how he has a pattern. Drake has a pattern of if he's mad at a dude, he goes and tries to smash their girl.
Oh my God, and he probably hasn't he?
Yeah, at least 12 different rappers this has happened to.
Did he do it? He actually did it too?
Yeah. And they're all named.
Whoa.
Yes. It's really bad. Really bad. And then if he can't smash him, then he talks about the girl and the guy.
Man, wow. Damn, Drake, you're so
he has all kind of issues. Allegedly. I just know that for my ears like Kendrick's flow better. And I always know that that's a Kendrick song. And when I hear Drake stuff, I'm like, oh, who's that? And my son is like, oh, that's Drake. So I don't even know that that's him.
Now, see, my nephew, he does a lot of music too. And he'll play stuff, and I'm like, who are you? I think, I don't know. I was like, is that you or is that Drake? But like, I get his music, and it's pretty good. I get his music confused because I'm like, I guess anybody can just do their like sound. I don't know. I would watch him make music, and I'm like, wow. And now I listen to the music or other people. I was like, oh, he's just literally doing this and like making up.
Oh, and then that's the other thing about his music is that he doesn't do his own music. He steals music from other people that are on Universal. And
I'm more of a Post. I'm more Post Malone. I love Post
Malone. Like he basically took The Weeknd's entire album.
The Weeknd gives me creeps. I get very melodic when I don't like to listen to him anymore. I get Illuminati. I get very dark feelings, and I guess that's what's coming off of his energy off of his music. I'm just saying. I do like Drake a lot, but I do like Post Malone too. But I mean, I don't really find new music because I'm always listening to like the old shit. And I'm like, I'm so old and not cool anymore. So then I'll try to listen to new stuff.
Right.
I could get into like Travis Scott and like I can actually listen to Kanye, but I don't know. Drake is more, he feel like ballads. I feel like he's a ballad person. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
And I also I get him confused with, DJ, what's his name? Khaled. I get
Khalid.
Khalid, and I'm like, is that Drake or Khaled? Oh shit. He got a whole his Drake's face, all his plastic surgery. He
I'm
looks like
surprised that DJ Khaled hasn't said anything about what's
me
happening in this
too.
country. He has
I
not said
know.
a word, you
I
guys.
know.
That's like, ooh.
It's gotta be. I know. It's hard
Uh,
though.
yeah, it's hard. You can't say a lot, I guess. Or
You
you
really
could.
can't. No.
Macklemore said it. Macklemore did it. He did that song. You heard about Macklemore's song called
No.
Hind Hall? Oh my God. He has a song called Hind Hall where he says it all. He just did career
Yeah.
suicide.
And then imagining knowing that we are the problem, our country. We're the
Yeah.
problem.
Oh my God.
We don't need to mind our business. We don't,
This
and
is horrible. I
yes,
mean,
it's
knowing our
scary.
country's a problem is like knowing that we like Erica Jane and still watching. It's like we're all
What?
complicit. We're
I
all
know.
complicit at this point.
Yeah, he's like one of the biggest fucking fraudsters in the world. Him and Jeff Shaw, and here we are 2 years later still talking about them.
Yeah, we're like la 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 la
Yeah,
la
they're all
la.
frauds. They took the most money in the world. They actually had to create a new tier for Jen Shaw because of how
Yeah,
her fraud was. There was nobody else higher on the tier that did as much shit as she did. And the bitch only gets 6 years.
and I feel like that's part of it though. Is
Yeah.
yeah, like they need our innocence to be in on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could talk about that later.
Hey, Jojo. Thank you for being here 3 hours later.
I know. I'm sorry I kept you so long. I love
No,
you.
this happens all the time. I do this all the time. Usually with me and you, we get started and time just flies because
I know. We talk
you
about
don't call me
everything. I love a
crazy.
good conversation.
I love you, Joseph. Thank you. Joseph, one time I was really mad at my dad, and Joseph told a story about his kids, and it just made me and now I think about it. I think about his story when I think about my own.
Oh,
It's just something that sticks with me all the time. And
yes.
yeah. Thank you for popping in. Appreciate it.
Well, I'm going to get on and go. I got to go make these kids lunch and whatnot. And
Did
I will
you
talk to you
uh,
later.
did you catch the beginning when I was talking about the bitches that were fucking with me? I was
No,
calling
I
them.
actually
I
I
said,
missed the first like 18
yeah, I
minutes.
have to tell you about it. They were starting. They're the Teresa fans. I was like, just come to the live and talk to me. Let's
Yeah.
just talk about this. Tell me what doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Calling me fucking one of John Judas pimps or hoes. I said, yeah, he's my pimp and he's my drug dealer.
Yeah.
Fucking like, you must be one of his hoes. I said, yeah, I'm one of his hoes. You got me. He's my drug dealer.
That is crazy. We're coming for
Like,
you. The tree huggers are insane. Like,
you're crazy. I said, can you please make sense? Please, are you a butt? I'm like, are you okay?
yeah.
Like, make sense. All right, I
They're
love
like,
you.
no, she didn't. Melissa's
Yeah,
the problem.
yeah.
And
I'm
now
like,
they're letting
explain
Teresa
yourself.
go on all
Yeah,
these freaking
yeah.
interviews
Oh my
saying
god,
stupid shit. And I'm
no.
just like, oh my
Poor
God.
Joe finally he was like, she's fucking nuts. She's sick in the head. I said, I'm sorry that's your sister. I'm so sorry, Joe, that has to be your experience with your sister. Who the fuck tries to tell the whole world that your nephew's not your brother's kid and that your mother and father said so? What the fuck is wrong with her, man?
That's disgusting.
That is some hatred on
But
level.
doesn't Teresa have like a kid that's somebody else's
Uh-huh.
too or
I
something?
don't know, yes, and I knew that and never said it. So other people must know now because I've
Yeah,
never.
because that's why she was upset and pushed the lady at the first reunion was because
Yes,
she was going to bring up the one daughter that's always
Gabriella.
quiet and everything, her.
It's
And they were
Gabriella.
trying to bring up like who her real situation
Yeah,
was. I've never found out. I have no idea if it's
that's
true or not.
crazy. It is true, and it's not. It was
So is that Teresa's child from her womb?
yes, but he couldn't. They had to use
A
like
sperm donor?
yeah, and that's the thing. It's not really that big. It is a big deal, but the fact that it would have never been brought up unless she just made this story up about her brother, and that's the only reason this is coming up again. So she fucked herself. You know what I mean?
So Teresa Judiki's first child
No,
is from a sperm donor?
no, Gabriella. I think she's the third. Gabriella, whoever
Well,
we want.
so his sperm worked twice
I,
and then didn't work the third time?
I guess they were trying again and it wasn't working. I don't know. I don't know what
Oh my
happened.
gosh. Because she really does not have that whole eye forehead thing going on. The other girls
She's got
have.
a two head. It's a two head. She's a two
Yeah,
head.
she has a two heads.
Tracy,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you're a fucking cunt. I'm sorry that I'm even talking about your business. I never would do that. I didn't even want little Joey to hear anything that was said. But for fuck's sake, your own fucking family, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
tacky. And then to be like, I get signs from my dead parents that means
Yes.
mistreating my only living
Oh,
relative is
what the?
great.
I was like,
It's
you.
terrific. They told me I'm doing everything right.
They literally sent you the okay when you don't acknowledge the first fucking life lesson, like when the first husband did this to you, and you say, God did this to me. I was mad at God. The universe just sent you a worse one because patterns, karma, and cycles. So she didn't want to hit us in the first time, so they sent her somebody worse. And she
Yeah.
thinks that this is a good thing that he's taking all her money and making her think that she's did this dirty shit on her own. I'm shocked. I thought it was him that was putting all this behind the money behind the content creators. Remember, I was screaming it. I said, this
Mm-hmm.
is paying content creators, and that when the other one fucked me over, I was like, oh my god. And then now I find out it's been her too, and it's like her and Jim, and it's not even Louis. I'm like, and all this time, I still hate Louis, but I mean, the universe knows something worse. She goes, I can't put my name on anything. If he does anything illegal, it's not on me. Do you not realize what state we live in, you dumb ass? It is on you. If it wasn't on you, I wouldn't have gotten in trouble for what the fuck happened to me. Because I
Right.
was are you kidding me? No. You're married, like, yeah, she knew she signed Monica Chacon's name. She signed the fucking that goddamn application, mortgage application said she didn't know what she was signing. She signed somebody else's name on a mortgage application. How the fuck did you say? How can you say, "Oh, I was mad at God, and then he sent me Louis. I went to prison so I could be Louis." Yeah, you went to prison so you could not learn your lesson. The universe sent you somebody just as bad, but worse in your path, and
Right.
you have to fucking recognize it and love your family. Your family, your parents are probably rolling over in their grave. I don't know. The family, you know what? Her father didn't talk to his sister, and they're now both deceased. So what does that tell you? He held a grudge that long because of, I forget what the aunt said. It was Kathy's mom. It was no sister, and he went to his grave without speaking to her for like 30 some years. So why would her parents? What did they do to her? And what has the family done to hurt her? Tell me what the fuck they did to hurt her. She says they ruined my wedding and made it all about
That's
them.
what I kept saying. So I
I'm
didn't
like,
watch
what
the big
the
hair
fuck
wedding.
are you saying,
And
Teresa?
to me, it just looked like they said they weren't coming
That was
because
it.
so I don't know how they ruined
A
it
lot
and
of
tried to make it about them.
They didn't make it about them. We made it about them. We made it about her not being. Melissa didn't want to be in the wedding. She wasn't shocked. She wasn't surprised. She knows her sister-in-law. She knows she wasn't going to be in the wedding. It's a whole thing. Teresa is a fucking delusional Delulu. She's
Delulu.
goddamn mind. When you ask her what the problem is, she said, "Oh, the wedding was in 2022, bitch. What until happened up until then? What about what you've been doing? And what about the food is? What about why did you try to kill or get rid? Oh my god, why did you try to smear Frank's name? Why did you try to smear your own brother? Why did you try to smear Mark? Why are you paying content creators? Why are you telling people family secrets? What is wrong with your brain? Nobody asked you to do that. Nobody said that you had to do that on the show. Nobody asked you to do that. You had a good standing in Housewives. Like you were like almost number one bitch in everywhere, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you think you had to destroy people's lives. Nobody asked you to do that. And if they did, the showrunners fuck them. Like I would not go against my own family. I would never. I was
Right.
fucking murdered. I mean, I can fuck my own family over, but if you do, like me, we do we stick. We're like, except the one that's not my real sister. But like
Yes.
I can't help it when people I get angry and I don't even like I can't help but get angry when somebody tries to fuck them over. Like it's just like I end up almost going to prison over it. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? We gotta fucking get like that's fucking crazy. Like, and then my own sisters like, oh my god, it's just fucking there's this whole thing where everybody thinks my dad, like, they don't really fully blame my dad, and I blame my dad for stuff, and I don't go and hang out them because they always fucking fuck with me. I just have this whole thing in my head where, like, I just feel I'm so, like, very, like, so loyal to I'm just very, like, I don't know, like, it's crazy. I don't feel like I don't know how she could do that. I just don't know how. No matter what, like, you couldn't even pay me enough money to fucking make one of my nephews think that he's not a gore. Like, you know what I mean? What the fuck is wrong with you? And then say, I can't say it. She did it with goddamn Cheatergate. She did it with Strippergate. She has everybody else destroy everybody else's lives, but she's the one sitting around going, I was just there. I didn't say it. They did. I didn't know. Oh my God, Teresa, you're still doing it. You literally just proved that you've never learned a goddamn lesson ever, and that you've not changed one fucking bit. Family, family, family. Where's your family? Family, family, family. Where are they, Teresa? You got rid of all of them. You in your head, they've done something to her. And then everybody else on the cast wants to take her seat. They want her spot. So she's got to destroy them. This is not fucking Survivor, bitch. This is not Survivor. What the fuck are you doing? Plotting and planning. Like, this is not who's getting kicked off the island. Now you and Jennifer are getting kicked off of this island. Like, I swear, get off this fucking island. Get away from here. You don't belong here. Like, you're a disloyal cunt. We don't like shit like that. And you know what? You know what? The rats that ratted for them, what do they expect? Teresa's not going to fucking be your friend. Even she's like, no, you're a rat. Like, and she's not going to, like, I'm not going to help you. Like, she's literally cuts and runs, and they, her hands go like this. And Teresa basically, like, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. She's letting Jennifer get in trouble now. And Teresa's like sitting there going, puppet master, puppet master. Jennifer's like her little puppet, you know? And now they're all in trouble. And Teresa's like, I didn't do anything. I'm going to go to Florida. I'm going to move to California. And I swear, when she said Louis went to Miami for work, I'm like, he's at Alexia's. He's at Alexia's.
He's at Alexia's trying to get on another show because he knows it's over.
The grift is over. The gig is up here. He's caught. They're caught. So guess what? He's going to cut and run. The grift is over. He's on to the cut. Alexia still has a job and money. You know what I mean? He's on to the next grift. He's like, he has business in Florida. Really, Teresa? What does he do? What's his business? What did he have to run to Florida for? Alexia's divorce? Which one?
I can see it. Hey, yes. Allegedly, I believe you.
I'm telling you. And if he didn't do it, I'm telling him to do it. Louis, go get with Alexia, please. Get out of here. We don't want you really here. You don't really want to be longer. Grift is over. You got your shit. Go to Alexia, please, because that's going to be the best shit ever. And that's mean for me to say, but I can't. Teresa needs to learn her lesson. He's not here for her. He's here for the money, and she just done fucked up, and filed his lead, and now he's in trouble. He's in trouble for the shit with Vanessa. He's in trouble with the courts. The judge is in trouble. It's all coming out. So
yeah,
snitch job to snitch on you. The fuck.
And if Jennifer Aiden hasn't been paying attention, she should know that her neck is going to be the one in the news. Teresa's not going to stick around and take accountability for nothing.
I don't even know where this bitch is from. Like, she's not drinking the same water I drink, Teresa. Teresa's a little snake. She's a snake. But she's a disloyal snake. But Jennifer's like just out there disloyal, and she just says like we're like, where the fuck are you from? Because you don't do that shit around here. Like, you say shit like that, we don't care. Like, oh, I'm going to expose him having a double-sided dildo. Okay, the fucking fans are like, what do you care? We don't care about
nobody cares about sex stuff. Nobody cares unless it's illegal sex stuff. That's
guess what? He was a drug dealer in 2001. You were a felon in 2015. So hello.
Thank
God, he didn't felon. Wow. Family. Her, and then she had Dolores exposed and tried to blame Marge for it. It's like, you are running out of people, girl. She has nobody left. She's gonna have nobody, and she thinks this is the way she wants to live. This is not.
Well, I just know that I'm gonna enjoy the demise of this because it's been really hard to watch and stomach from season 1. I've always felt that she was between Joe and her parents' relationship. And I always felt that he was trying his best, and he's such a gentleman that he just didn't want to cuss her out. And he's just always looking out for his sister because he really was like, well, you're the only one I can talk to since you're standing between me and mommy and daddy. You're the only one I can talk to, so I better be nice to you. And it hasn't evened out for him because she still abuses him and his wife and her nieces and nephews every chance she gets. It's disgusting.
She hates him so much. It's so sad.
It's disgusting.
I don't get it. I wish she would answer. I don't think she's allowed to. She's not going to fucking answer to that.
It all goes back to she wanted to be the only one on the show.
It's so stupid. That's not how we work with housewives. That's not how housewives work.
That's what I know. Then, of all the other times, like they said, on other franchises, oh, this person wants to be the only person, this person wants to be, and I was always like, no. But on Teresa's case, I really feel she wanted to be the only person from that family on the show.
So crazy. I would never stop my family from it. And you have Gia in fucking confessionals going, I'm just glad I have a family. I have a family, family videos or like, from every event in our lives, and I can watch them back. And I'm glad that we did it because of the family. And I'm thinking, yeah, but your mom's is different. Your mom didn't even want them here. Like,
Right.
how dare you? Like, you have family videos from every occasion you didn't have to take. And you have like really a family video, like everything in your life. And it's like, there's the upside and the downside, but Teresa's the one who turned this into a
And
nightmare.
honestly, to me, Melissa has always been sweet and
Yeah,
always just tried to fit in
try to
where she can get in. I
take the
don't
hit.
think that she ever came in and was like, "Oh, I'm the star. You're not Teresa." I think she just really
No,
came in as a
listen.
sister-in-law and
Yes,
a platform,
yes.
and she immediately was just doing her thing. And I feel like
So
Teresa's always
listen,
been jealous of
and
her.
their life really didn't change because Joe and Melissa were already very successful. Joe's very successful, so their house didn't change, nothing changed. They got more, yeah, they had more stuff, and they got more. Of course, that's great, good for you. Like, I would be so happy if me and my family had this thing going. You know what I mean? 13 years of literally like our ever, and like I don't get it, man. She's like, oh, she's always saying you're going to see this season. You, my brother, you're going to see the truth. And it's like, what do you mean? Every season you say that. And all we ever see is how fucked up you are. And like making the mistakes of saying it she's not even smart. Like there's proof of it everywhere with her name on it. So it's like, where in your brain what broke in you, Teresa? Like, what broke in you that you thought that that's what we wanted to see? And that you had to take out your cast members. We don't like that shit. We got tired of it. It's too toxic. And it's like brainwashed. And Louis and I don't even know if it's him because she's been doing this longer than he's been around. That's the sick fucking part. And I said, you know what? She wanted peace, and I don't know what the fuck, because it looked like she did. And I was like, team not Louis. That's what I was saying. And I haven't heard one thing about him with this. I know he's in on it, but this shit with Vanessa is what really gets me. How can somebody stalk this girl for somebody she's getting a restraining order because he stalked her? She's the runaway bride because he was abusive. And then you hire people to do that shit to her, and Teresa's okay with that? What the flying motherfuck happened to this bitch? And people call me crazy because I'm asking these questions. What broke in her? What made her think that was okay? That's really fucked up. People that did it didn't stop and think, wait a minute, this is not even safe. This girl has a restraining order against this man, and his new wife is telling me to go stalk her? What the flying fuck is going on around here? This place is fucking corrupt. And then you got lawyers and judges on his side. And then, now thank God that this girl's coming forward, because now Vanessa can go back to court and this judge is in trouble. And that happened before this even happened. So it's like, now there's just more evidence that Louis was stalking her. And he's married to Teresa. And nobody seems to fucking think like Teresa's brain doesn't go, oh my God, he's still in love with his ex. Yeah, he was with you 5 weeks later. Of course he is. It would be weird if he wasn't. If he wasn't still in love with Vanessa when he met you, that would be strange. He was with her for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be weird if he wasn't. And then if he gives, but then and nobody moves on faster than a narcissist. It's like, he was literally married. He was about to marry Vanessa in 2022 by mid 2020, January 2020. By mid 2022, he's married to Teresa. Come on, man. I don't even think it's a real marriage. I think it's spiritual.
Yeah, but Teresa's so daft.
She
Thinks
don't
that
get it.
it's
This is
a
not
real
real.
marriage. She thinks she has the best thing since sliced
She
bread.
does. She's nothing but angry ever since.
Yeah.
Nothing but fucking angry ever goddamn since. Think
Yeah.
about it. She's not been fucking nice. Where's my camera? She hasn't been fucking nice since she met this man. And it's like, and she blames everybody else. Oh, you went for Louis mad because of this. Why is Louis so mad, motherfucker? You just got here. What the fuck are you so mad about? And Teresa, again, nobody will answer this question. What are you angry about? She interviews ask her. She makes shit up. Hell, they made the running about me. What about before that? I'm like, I feel like I'm like banging my head against the wall because I'm like, she's never going to answer these questions. We're never going to fucking figure this out. If they don't fire her and Jennifer Aiden, I want my Monica back. I want my girl back. I want my Monica back. It's not
I'm
fair.
like, you know what? And I almost feel like Teresa is digmatized by Louis. Like,
I don't
she was
know,
always
man.
talking about that sex connection they have, and
Yeah.
and so I think that might be how she is doing the
He
brainwashing on
He
him.
had to fuel the dirtiness inside of her because
Yeah.
I said before we were all committing mortgage fraud, I said this bitch is not that dumb. She was bigger fraud than Joe. They just got caught. Okay, it's not the first time they did it; it's the first time they got caught. Okay, so it's like it's not like you know what I mean. So she signed Monica Chacon's name. Back fast forward now, she thinks that because she's not signing anything, if Louis doing anything illegal, she's not involved in it. But if you know about it, then you're fucking involved around here. If you know about the crime and you don't stop it, that's called conspiracy, right? Or something like that, or harbor, I don't know, whatever it is. Just because you're not signing shit, oh my God, I can't even, I'm not even gonna say, but like all his money is overseas and all her money's been spent. And all they have is the show. And she's gotta make money here and there. Because he's taking money inside his. I can't deal.
Me
And then
neither.
I can't. It's so crazy. It makes it so not able to watch. Now we get to watch actually what you said. The girl tells us what's going to happen on this episode, and we see it. She's like, "Yeah, Teresa called me all excited. Oh, guess what? I called him a drug dealer. Huh? He'll be so proud of me. What the? Okay, like what? Really? Because it landed horribly. It didn't land well at all. It did not land, Teresa. So again, I don't know what you're trying to do, but John Fuda is not a drug dealer any longer. He's thank God he didn't go to prison and his son had him because the mother went to prison. So thank God he had one parent. You know what I mean? And thank God John didn't like stay fucked up and he was able to get through the addiction and get through his issues. And you know he had a fucking his thing got he did what he was supposed to and he didn't get convicted. So no, he's not actually a convicted drug dealer at all. He's not convicted of anything really. So it's actually defamation. So bitch, like really, Teresa, you called him a drug dealer, and he's really actually technically not on paper, but you are. You're a fucking felon on paper, and he's not. So what the fuck are you talking? It's like the Lululand. That's the Lululand.
Yeah.
And then she admits. John goes, "Who told you that?" She goes, "Your ex," and it's like, "Oh, you just admitted you talked to her." Oh, it's in the it's in the paper. Because there. You're the one that told her to put it in the paper. You called the Sun and told Joy Rosenberg to fucking put it in the paper. It's on writing. It's all you dumbass. You have it all fucking in writing. An email. Like CCing people. You're not gonna CC somebody if it's a fake like it's just crazy. It's a bot. No, Teresa, stop it. Please. You're caught. You sound stupid. They're all like they were trying to defend this and they all got in trouble. Jennifer has to stop talking. Teresa can't say anything. And they've already filmed the reunion. And I'm like, fuck it. You tell us. I was like, please, whoever you are, Melissa's old news, bring out them all, every goddamn receipt you have, because it's everything I said happens happening. I
Yeah.
knew he. I knew it.
All of it's happening.
The fucking Louis shit with the girl, with the wife.
What does Sheena's tattoo say? It's all happening.
It's all happening. Right. She's gotta put to me underneath. She's gotta add to me. It's all happening to me. That's what I'm saying. But that's like the thing. Like Teresa, she's watching Louis hire fake people to stalk his ex. She knows that he's like, hiding money overseas in the Bahamas with with Joey or with Juicy. Not Juicy doesn't know it. He was trying to get rid of everybody. He got rid of everybody, even Melissa Feaster. And now he was trying to get rid of the lawyer. And that's all. And now he's like the biggest fucking one. He's a fraud too. This lawyer was doing shit that wasn't even legal. Like stalking somebody who's got a stalking case against them. Really? Telling somebody where to find her? Wow, Lou. I mean, Lou. Wow, fucking Jim. That was crazy. I was like, Lou, don't get rid of Jim. That's the only guy that actually really has Teresa's back. Oh my God. Louis, why were you trying to get rid of him? He accused Teresa of fucking him. You didn't hear that from me, though. All right, guys, we love you. Large is like, get me the fuck off of here. I love you. Bye.
I love you too. See you in the
Bye.
next video. Peace.
Bye. Bye, guys. Love you.